Good evening, Geek.
Yeah, I'm not fucking singing.
You've just sworn in the first few seconds of this stream.
That's right, motherfucker. You fuck with me, I fuck with you. That's how that works.
Don't worry, I'll sing at some point. It doesn't matter. I'll sing at some point. I have no shame. I don't care.
I know. We know you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like it's a shock. You know what? You have no shame?
Never had any shame. I've always been the one who would be, John, do you think it'd be a good idea if you do this? Oh, go on then. And I'm the one who gets put in detention at school or gets in trouble with the boss or whatever. Yeah. It's always been me.
You still don't get to sell my ass. I'm not your dancing bear. Ever.
And
it's
Iman. Iman's not here tonight.
No, Iman probably got the message and went, stay away.
Good evening, fellas. Good evening, chat. How are you doing? How's everybody doing? Just a week to go until Santa slides down his chimney and empties his sack in your bedroom.
There you go. That's how you get demonetized. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. This is going to be one of those nights, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it is. It is. Absolutely. Absolutely. I see Andy has sort of jumped in and got all poetry-fied. Gone on from my little detail, my little thing in the video description box. 'Twas the week before Christmas, and all through my channel there's an odd lingering odor. It's only the panel. The panel. I was proud of that. I thought it was quite good.
Yes, that's definitely shite, isn't it?
My ear trumpet has been struck by lightning. Has gifted.
Oh, wow. So who got memberships? Knickknack 95, Euphoric Tennis, Django, The Crafting Gamer, and Todd Clark. Well, I know one of those.
Yeah, I know one of those as well.
That's Mercurius, by the way. That's Mercurius's new name.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Sneaky Aussies.
I like that new name. Does it sort of, when that happens, does your brain suddenly go bzzz into life? Is it a way of sort of revitalizing an aging brain?
Oh, dear God. It's going to be a long show.
I don't know. I mean, I want to know. If his ear trumpet has been struck by lightning, I want to know how it felt.
Tell me not to adopt another black kitten.
Don't adopt another black kitten.
Thanks, Axe, your voice of reason. Because there's 4 of them for adoption right now, and they're all so cute. Oh, my God.
Oh. All right, tonight's stream has no topic. We're just going to talk some shite. And if you wish to come along and talk some shite, the link is in the usual place. And I don't know what we're going to talk about. I've got a few questions here I'm going to ask people. I'm glad you bet you're really looking forward to those.
There's one person who knows how to talk shite.
I want to show this up because Halakar did generously donate $10 to hear Bear and Iman sing a duet. I didn't get their permission to do that, but you probably guessed that. I was messing with them. But and Andy's put some poetry. So if you want to, 'twas the geek before Christmas, and all through the dungeon many PCs were cowering in fear of a bludgeoning. The bard was there shaking in his boots made of leather, while the paladin pretended to keep things together. The wizard, clad in robes and a tall pointy hat, had stepped through a tripwire and been killed by a trap. The fighter, or muscles, and very small head, tried wresting a gel cube, and now melted instead. The cleric, all pious and sure and divine, tried turning a vampire, who upon him now died. Oh, the cleric, all pious and sure and divine, tried turning a vampire, who upon him now died. Okay. Keep going.
As I said, Andy, finish it, send it to me, and I'll do a recording of it. It'd be great.
The dwarf of short stature, but mighty, bold, and true, faced a horde of goblins and was now in their stew.
Is reading a new skill you're just picking up today?
I'm trying to work out where the pauses are, because if you look, the space is missing.
Yes. So I'll give you the trick we use in broadcasting, acting, voice work is to read the goddamn thing before we open our mouths.
I'm not doing
that. So we can kick the points.
That's sensible.
I know it's sensible. You
I
should.
know. It's like the one.
Egghead.
The elf, all aloof and pretentious and noble, had fallen into a pit and been killed by a kobold.
Hmm.
The thief, or rogue to be more politically correct, lurked back in the shadows, ready to flee. It's a shame he didn't see the cloaker that droped and had him for tea.
All right, don't make fun of his spelling when you can't fucking read.
Yeah, I can do that. Hello, Bob. Hello, Crafting Gamer. Yes. Yeah. Pasting the moves. Of course it is, yes.
Andy, don't take his shit, man. You're giving him free content here, and he's giving you shit about it.
I'm loving it.
You're in a mood, aren't you, boy?
Yes.
I don't know why. I don't know why. Well, I know why it is. I am all excited. My bathroom is finally usable. It's just, it feels a wonder to actually be properly clean again, rather than having to stand there with a flannel in the morning and
Thank you.
TMI, buddy. TMI. No one needed to know what you shower like.
Yeah.
I haven't had a shower for 5 weeks until yesterday.
Again, too much information, John. It's okay.
Then there's
to
a bathroom. We've been pooing in a bucket.
Hey, is there any chance we can get the missus
Right.
to jingle your bells? They might calm you down a little bit.
John, stop.
Okay.
That's the simple way I'm going to put it.
All right. We do have a Daniel lurking, but he hasn't got his stuff turned on, so I can't add him in. There he has got his stuff turned on now. Anyway, any games these last few weeks, fellas? Bear, are you still not gaming?
Still on my hiatus. Wish I wasn't, but that's a good thing.
Okay. No, and you shook your head as well, Saxia. So you on a Christmas break at the moment?
Well, yeah, because it's the only other game that I'm going to be having is on Saturday. I've got my real life group that is meeting up. Oh wait, that's not even that. Crap. So I'm meeting up with my real life group, and we're going to be running the first of my mini campaign for Heroic. That's all that's really planned. Everything else is on hold till the new year. I've written up my thing for my last Heroic game in Bear's channel. It's a bit late, but yeah, that's it. Pretty much just setting the groundwork for what is to come.
Seemed like they had fun.
Oh no, they did. It was all, prepare and here's what's coming out, against you, which is good. So they've sort of gone like, okay, this is a new chapter. We think this looks like a repetition of what we've just dealt with, but it's not going to be a repetition. That would be pointless.
Okay.
Cool.
Hello, Daniel. Are you with us?
What's that?
Well, it looks like Daniel. You there, buddy?
Hi, brother. Yeah, I'm here. I'm actually listening to the wife for once.
Don't do that for the first time in your life.
Well,
It's a
I
bad
better
thing.
because she's Italian, so it gets painful when I don't.
Bibbidi bobbidi.
Nah, we haven't been doing much. Played Axe the other night, and that's about it.
Cool.
Everybody's busy this time of year. We haven't been doing anything at home because between my daughter having 3 different part-time jobs and the son's getting into sports and he started banning a bit, busy. So,
Kids doing kids things.
well, they're being productive, which is awesome.
Good.
Yeah.
Lots of people saying hello in there. Hello, RPG in Exile. Hello, Carl Di Lorenzo. Hello, everyone else who said hello in the last 10 minutes. I've missed you. Halakar's asked, have any of us done any of the TSR Fantasy Forest books? Never heard of them. Any good?
No idea what that means.
I've never heard of fantasy. I'm going to Google it while you're all chatting. Hopefully.
Well, it's going to be short because I have no idea what that is.
No, I don't know.
None, no clue.
No.
That's one.
I'll have to find out if they're any good, and if they are any good and there's a lot of them for sale, then the prices should be low, hopefully. We played Call of Cthulhu last night, and apparently, according to everybody else, it was a really good session. So I'm happy about that. I'm really happy about that. Poor Michael. Michael, the infamous man of the sausage. His character had his eye plucked out.
Nice.
It was wonderful. He was
Good.
sleeping in this lovely, warm hotel room, cozy with a fire going. And down the chimney crawled an undead hand. Got a little bit singed in the fire, and he woke to this charnel smell. And something gouging at his eyes. In fact, everybody in the group woke to something gouging at their face. But as Mike's character had the lowest luck, it was his character who lost the eyeball. Because they all had a hand visit them in the middle of the night. One hand each. And as soon as they got an eyeball, they ran away with it. It's lovely. It's lovely. And Anne drew some really good pictures about it, which is always nice. Always nice. But we're playing next Monday instead of Tuesday, because Tuesday will be Christmas Eve, so we've moved our game forward to Monday for that, which will be good. And games this weekend, it's my brother's birthday on Saturday. I'm not going to be out late, but I won't be back in time to play or run anything, so it's going to be a nothing burger this Saturday. Friday, though, hopefully I'm going to start reading my Christmassy book. Where is it? This one that I picked up at the Games Expo. Twas the Krampus Night Before Christmas.
Cool.
Signed by the author, Jonathan Green. And I have no idea what it's like, so we'll start that on Friday. I'd like to get it finished before Christmas, so it might be first of a few streams. I might have to do another one on Saturday when I get back, just to get it all done. But we'll see how it goes. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, 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 Mage. How you doing?
Like it?
How are you?
Hey, what's up, Sean?
Have to wear fleece
Hey.
it's not too thick, but it's
Okay,
You
so
should be
Fantasy
here, Sean,
Forest.
to do John's bullshit.
watermelon.
Fantasy Forest Hour Choose Your Own Adventure book. Okay. I didn't know they existed, but I will make a note.
So it is.
So I have a role-playing question for you guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go on.
So here's a quick question. So some of you are aware I've been writing some books.
Yeah.
And I've created the little kingdom that the books are happening in. And a couple of people asked me, they said, hey, is there a write-up of this location that could be used for a role-playing game, like a campaign setting? And I've got a weekly D&D of some sort game coming up in the new year. Should I stick with my original plan, which was this little adventure I had plotted out, or should I come up with something new and set it in this world?
I wouldn't recommend starting back from scratch if you've already started making plans for what you were wanting to do.
I have an adventure path that I ran once a couple of years ago that I get to run again.
Is there no way you could reskin it at all to set it in the world?
No, it's a Pathfinder adventure path, so it's a little absurd, a little over the top.
Then yeah, stick with the original plan. Then I would, yeah. Less work. It's not a time of year to do lots of work.
It's January. I'm going to be doing it, not now.
Yeah. So it's up to you. I mean, ultimately, it is up to you. Of course, it's up to you.
Bloody palms.
I'm all for the lazy option.
Yeah, bloody palms.
You want another video introduction, Mage? Okay, I'll have to sort you one of those out. No problem. Thank you, Nosorian. Gifted memberships. Good people. Good people. Thank you.
Who got the memberships? Let's take a look.
Yes.
CBK Ply, Barney Fraggles, General Nut, Paints Minis Live, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the fifth one? That's weird.
Oh, is it somebody that has you blocked?
Or somebody I've blocked.
Or somebody you've blocked?
What do you got?
I think I know.
CBK Ply, Barney Fraggles, General Nut, Paints Minis Live. Who's the fifth one?
Let me have a little look. Oh, look at all this. No Saurian member for 12 months. Thank you. We have Mercurius lurking under his new name, member for 17 months. Squirrel Hermit, member for 20.
That explains it perfectly then. Never mind. We're good. Someone I've blocked.
Someone you've blocked. Okay.
Gentlemen, thank you.
And there's Bear, member for... it's going to be a good Christmas here at Geek Manor. I'd say Geek Manor's a bad description. Geek End would be better.
Knob End would be more appropriate.
Yeah, it probably would be, yeah.
Actually, Bell End, but whatever.
Bell End, yes. What would your house be called then if it was a fantasy place?
Mine personally?
Yes.
Probably Bear's Cave. Simple as that.
Bear's Cave. Saxius, what would yours be called?
Frost Manor.
Frost Manor. Not the longboat.
No, there's no need to call it that.
Daniel, what would you call your house if it was a fantasy abode?
Oh, my lords. The Armory.
The Armory. Yes, that's fair. That is fair.
Only it would have a bar in a separate room.
Well, yeah, you got to have a bar in there.
Yeah. But yeah, the Armory sounds appropriate.
Yeah. I would call yours the compound, Daniel, to be honest.
The compound? Well, considering most people I know say, whenever the crap hits the fan, we're coming to your house. I'm like, no, you're not. I'll shoot you at the end of my driveway.
Get off my lawn.
Now hang on. You would shoot them when they reach the end of your driveway, or you would basically go to the end of your driveway to shoot them?
No, I'll be on my front porch, and when they hit the end of my driveway with what I take as bad intentions, then I'm going to loot your body.
Daniel, were you the inspiration for Yosemite Sam?
I look forward to when the FBI pays him a visit.
I'm surprised.
Halakar is the king of memberships. Halakar is the king of memberships.
All right, whatever. Nobody likes a bragger.
And Squirrel Hermit. Look at that. Hey. Ho, ho, ho.
Ha, ha, ha.
Thank you, Squirrel.
Dickle, dackle, doogle.
So, cheers, fellas. Right. So now we know where we'd all live. So would I live in Bell End, Geek End, or Knob End? I don't care.
Knob End.
Knob End. Okay.
I think Knob End just sounds very hobbitish. Where do you live, Master? Where do you live, Master Geek? I lives in Knob End, I do.
Yes.
It's in the arse end of the Shire.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a few questions just to get us all going. What's your favourite thing, RPG-wise, that you bought this year?
Heroic came out this year, didn't it?
No, it's not out yet.
No, like the bag of kit.
Right. It got yeah. We started everything this year. Yeah.
Yeah. Then there you go.
Heroic. Okay. There.
Well, apparently I like all five of these people. Zeitrock, which is Squirrel Hermit's friend. Dirty Basement Terrain, The Wayne, The Flush, and Malachi. All just got memberships.
Excellent. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Dylan. He's one of them brain-dead bumble stumps out of Knob End, he is.
He's not some block-headed brace girdle from Knob End.
Yes. Pendragon. I don't know much about Pendragon. I've heard.
It's such a good game. God, yes.
I've heard it's good.
I'd say for me, probably the RuneQuest 3rd edition Avalon Hill. That's probably the piece that I'm most happy with that I purchased this year. Yeah. And I've run out of shelf space, so now I've got gaming books piled up on my TV console.
As you do.
No problem. Thank you for becoming a member. Daniel, what's your... Have you bought any RPG stuff this year, Daniel? Or have you just bought drink?
No, I just downloaded some OSE stuff. I'm in the process of working on... It's through Lulu. I forget who posted it last week. How they got a spiral bound custom made book through them. You can get any book you want, but I'm in the process of making up a book with the OSC so I can actually have a physical copy of it. Because I keep looking for them, but where I live, it's impossible to find anything on a actual bookshelf or bookstore, so I have to go online to order it. And my boss just gave me $100 gift card, so I might just bite the bullet and go online and buy it this weekend.
Well, you could do that. Support the creators. Halakard's currently bidding for a lot of 7 parts. Seraphis wants me to talk about my cousin Onion Buns, or Bunions, as I was calling during the session. That didn't get mentioned, Sean, about the Bunions nickname. We had fun. We had a lot of fun. I was originally going to be a long lost brother, but Sean said, no, be a distant cousin. Okay, I'll be a distant cousin. And the whole idea of me being sweet to his savoury was that was intentional. But the idea was I would go in. I'd come with the idea that he'd go in all sort of bravado, running down Onion Buns at the start, saying how the Hearthshire Bumblestumps are all cowards, but I fully intended to show that Cakey's a coward as well, because it runs in the blood. It runs in the blood. Another membership gift. Oh, right. My favourite thing that I've bought this year. You know what? I don't know. I really don't know.
What product have you bought this year and have you used?
Okay, I've bought quite a few fighting fantasy books. I bought a few Call of Cthulhu bits and bobs, most of which I haven't used yet. I've got the Dark Tower that I haven't used yet. I've got Vassen that I haven't. I got that last Christmas. That I haven't used yet. I've got the One Ringed Moria that I haven't used yet. So yeah, it's all money that's been spent but not used. It's all a bit crap, isn't it? Really?
No, I can't throw stones. People ask me if I bought any new guns. I have 7 I haven't even fired yet, so I completely understand. I'll stick up for you on that.
Yes, do that. In terms of just flicking through, I would probably say the Malleus and Monstrum for Call of Cthulhu. And that's the pride of place, right in the middle of the shelf. It's very nice. But I have quite liked what I've read of Vaesen as well. Vassen. I've got to pronounce it right. Vassen. That's what the guy from Scandinavia said it was pronounced. Anyway.
Well, yeah.
You're from Scandinavia. How would you pronounce it?
Vaesen.
Vaesen.
Yeah.
Okay. With a z sound.
Vaesen the way Americans pronounce vase.
But I had a Swedish guy. He was Swedish, so that's actually call it Vassen.
Well, that's where you start getting into the whole case of languages, because the Swedes pronounce that specific vowel one way, the Danes will pronounce it a different way, but that's where we've got differing paths in our languages.
And the Norgies will just punch you in the nose for talking to them.
Yeah. But then again, I'm not going there.
And no one gives a fuck what the Estonians say. Hey, it's Scandiball.
They're not Scandinavians.
They're not. Shut your fucking hole, Estonia.
Get back into your corner, or I will hit you again.
Oh, Scotland, you're so Scandinavian.
I know that fascination I never understand.
Yes, there's more cakey shenanigans on the way. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Hey, is that truck? Is that
Well,
your
Good evening. Good evening. Are the Danish always right? I don't know. I mean, while Saxis is here, of course we say that, but behind his back.
Have you ever found me to be wrong? And I keep track. I'm at 0 at the moment.
Yeah. So I don't know what my favourite thing I've put. I mean, maybe there's still time to come. It might be that. I don't know if it's any good. I haven't read it. I'm holding off reading it. Holding off. So we shall see. We shall see. Do you have anything in your collection? This goes to all of you. Do you have anything in your collection currently that you've not played and you desperately want to?
Han. I got my hands on the PDFs of Han. I very much would like to run it. I am limited for space for when I can run games. But I would very much like to run Han Master or Han World. And the beauty of what Sergeant Dan and Squirrel has introduced me to.
I was about to say Squirrel Hermit's in chat, so he'll be there quivering in his chair at the
I know, like it's like I've seen it. I've chatted with him a little bit. I've definitely chatted with Sergeant Dan. It's awesome. It has all the hallmarks of what I like to do as a DM, and if I can find if there are players, which I know that there are, that has the same level of like just interest as I do, then yeah, absolutely.
It's a very direct answer. Bear, anything in your collection that you really want to run that you've not yet got around to? No.
I run lots of games.
Surely there's something in there that's sitting there saying, please run me. Please, Bear.
Other than the sword through your stomach today, no, there's nothing asking me to run.
Oh, Bear.
Oh, Bear.
Oh, Bear.
Bear's facial reactions are priceless. Well, I aim to please.
Bear singing, however, has a price on it.
Yeah, and it ain't $10.
The chicken you got the other day. Love you. Okay.
Daniel. Oh, he's Daniel. Anything in your collection that you want to run that you haven't yet?
I've always wanted to do a Lankmar campaign. I've read that. What I've read so many times, I could probably start reciting stuff. I'd love to run that, but never got around to it.
I wouldn't. I mean, it's one of the first fantasy books I read was the Lankmar stuff, and I was about 12 or 13 years old. It's a long time since I've read them, but I'd be worried about doing that sort of thing justice.
Well, I didn't like the novels. I liked the setting and stuff for role playing, but I really didn't care for the novels myself.
Oh, okay. I enjoyed them, but then I was 12 or 13. I don't remember a lot about them.
Well, I would have been just a year older. I just didn't like them.
Okay.
But I like the setting. I think it's really cool. But
Sean, the
everybody
sword
wants to
through your
always
stomach is a LARP, by the way.
What's that?
Sean asked, he said, the sword through your stomach sounds like a violent game. What's it about? It's actually a LARP.
I could have done with that last week.
No, please don't tell us about your bowel bullshit, please. Please don't, please. I'm begging you, please.
It just added to the horror.
Mm.
For me, I think Vassen is what I would most like to have a go at running. Just don't have the time at the moment. Do not have time at the moment, sadly. I might say the same thing next year. Just because. I'm always full of ideas that never happen. Never, ever happen.
Remember when you were a kid and it was the week before Christmas and you were all excited and the world was all Christmassy and it was Christmas, Christmas, Christmas all the time. You were really excited about Christmas. Notice how that world's gone, and now we just kind of go, "Oh, Christmas is next week. Oh shit! Oh yeah, right. Oh, right."
Yeah.
Like, it's weird.
Well, for me, I'm like, really? That means the plant's closed down for 2 days. So that's 2 days. I'm not going to get paid because I can't go to work.
Oh, so we have stat holidays. So
Well, I work for a private contractor, so I don't get that.
well,
When I worked at a plant for the plant or for other companies, I always got compensated one way or another. People I work for, I don't. But yeah, I'm the same way though. I was in retail management for 18 years. It's another freaking day. You know, the way you see people treat their kids in the toy store and crap like that, nah. I know what you mean.
My Christmas is landing rather nicely this year. I mean, I work in retail. I don't work Mondays and Tuesdays typically. They're my weekend. I'm not due to do a shift this Sunday. My quizzes are now on hiatus until the beginning of February because the pubs are so quiet in January that everything they try doesn't bring people in after New Year for a while. So I've got a little break. And then, of course, with Christmas falling on Wednesday, Thursday next week, I'm going to have to be off from Saturday through to Friday. And that's really nice. And I have all these things I'm going to do in my head. I won't do any of them because I'm useless. But yeah, it's going to be enjoyable. Anyway, me winning Vason would be interesting. I wish I could confirm how to pronounce it. But from what I've seen of it, it looks my sort of thing. It's my sort of thing. So. But no, it hasn't really felt like Christmas here because the house has been so cluttered due to having the bathroom done. We've had bits of bathroom all over the lounge. My wife only put the tree up last weekend, as in Saturday just gone. And she's the sort who normally puts it up first Saturday of December and starts putting decorations everywhere. She hasn't bothered with any of that because the house has been such a tip. So it hasn't felt like Christmas at all.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a really weird thing.
Oh well. Oh well. Are you getting anything nice for Christmas? Anything you know about nice for Christmas?
Who are you talking to?
Anyone? All of you?
I don't know what I have no idea what I'm getting.
You still do surprises in your family?
Well, I'm not giving anything to my brothers or to my parents. They're getting nothing because we've just reached the point of where the presents are meaningless. It's the time with family that we actually treasure. So that's that. For my wife, I have bought her some Lego of Harry Potter because she is a big fan of Harry Potter and she finds it very cathartic to sit down and just put Lego together.
That's cool.
And then she can put that up as a decoration.
Yeah.
Well, that's
nice.
Thank you.
My wife's got me some driving stuff for my sim racing game. It arrived the other day because I had to buy it.
Wow. Unclear on the concept, huh? Of what a Christmas gift is.
We just ask each other what we want.
Yeah. But what you can do is that you can say, like, here are 3 things that I want. And then they can pick from there. It is still a surprise.
You.
Yeah.
But last Christmas was more about time with family because it was my father-in-law's last Christmas. We knew it would be. So that was
Also, last Christmas I gave you my heart,
I was waiting for
You
that to
threw it
come up.
away.
I ate it.
Threw it away, sir. I saw you.
I-
throw it.
I ate it.
You didn't. You're lying.
I
You're
put
a
it-
liar.
put it
You're a
in stuff.
dirty, filthy liar.
I put some leftover stuffing in it because it didn't deserve anything more than leftover stuffing. And
Your face is like your nose is getting longer as you talk. It's insane.
it's called being old. Your nose just gets older as you get older.
Listen, Poconos, I ain't got no time for your bullshit today.
So, Daniel, what are you getting for Christmas?
Nothing. My wife and I decided after the first Christmas we were together, Christmas, Valentine, birthday, we don't get each other anything. But I'm still an asshole and I'll buy her something. And then she feels bad, so I quit doing that.
Yeah, you can't
No.
win, can you? You can't win.
Yeah.
So
No, it's just if we want something, we buy it. We don't say, "Hey, hun, can I?" or "Do you mind?" It's like, and we don't go stupid. It's if I'm gonna buy an $800 revolver, I say, "Hey, I'm gonna go buy this," or but
So no groceries this month. Pew pew pew.
yep. But like, my mother sent us $500, which surprised the hell out of me for Christmas. That's just going to property taxes. So yeah,
I thought you were saying that's just going behind the bar.
nah, no, we don't. I mean, I'll buy myself one of the books for our games that we play on Saturdays and stuff. But that's going to come out of that gift card. And that's from my boss. So we don't buy each other stuff.
Is this proving to be the most miserable Christmas 2024?
No, it's for me. No, it's every Christmas.
It's been pretty miserable here.
Well,
I will
for
admit that.
John, if you think about it, though, for John, he can actually take a shower Christmas morning.
I can, yeah. It's been
That's
crap
going to be a
up
good
until
Christmas.
now. I mean, so far this Christmas, I've had no bathroom. My shop's been gutted and fully redecorated. I had the squits.
No.
Oh, and my
No.
wife's car had to go into the garage last weekend and have £900 worth of work done to it.
I just like the fact that you worked having the shits in there. Like that's the best part.
Yeah. A whole family,
This is going on. This is going on. I got the shits. My wife's car's in the thing. It's like
I do want to point
no one
like
gives
how
a fuck what comes out of your ass.
just look at how high he put that. Like it was one of the first
Yeah.
things he had to get in there. It's like this is
Had to
happening.
get
This is
it
happening.
out.
Focus. Everyone must now know this, and then just moving on. Absolute child.
100% accurate. You are
You've
the
met-
world's oldest child.
You've met me, Bear. I'm no different in face to face.
You were actually really chill when you were face to face. You were friendly. You were easy to get along with. You didn't.
I
tell
am
me
now.
jokes. You didn't make any shit references. It was quite nice.
I'm chill now. I'm easy to get on with. I'm friendly. That's just me.
You just like to talk about your butthole a little bit too much.
When my butthole's doing something it shouldn't, yeah, why not?
I gotta go grab my delivery at the door. I'll be right back.
All right, Saxius. I know
What's
you haven't got a channel, so Saxius, plans for your channel? Anything you've got in the pipeline?
I mean, right now I'm recording the thing I'm going to be putting up, which is a time loop of what I am. What's it called? Because I'm starting a new campaign of Warhammer 40,000 in the new year. It's going to be set in the Rogue Trader system, and that means I am currently going through and I'm generating 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different star systems, or like large areas of space, and I'm going through each one of these 8 ones, and each have then got like 4 or 5 major sites that I'm then generating. So I'm making maps for every single one of those. So if I can do some quick math here,
Sax.
That's
Hello,
it.
Sax. You're making a woman excited with all of this.
I know I am. Honestly, my players are going to be just as excited. It's basically 48 separate maps, and I am then including all of each of these systems then have their own like sub events that can be done. Thankfully, I've been able to streamline this so I can generate all of these things very quickly, which is great. I mean, let me just go to one of them, which actually the last one I just made. It is an absolute bastard. It has the way it's built up is that you've got 3 different rings: inner, primary, and outer, and then you can basically put planets in each one of these. And this one is like the outer is barren, the inner, where you normally have everything, is barren, and then the center there is a hint that there might be something. But if you get in there, the sun's going to pull you in. You're going to have gravitational tides that will then start ripping your ship apart. There is radiation bursts, solar flares, and you're just going to come. It's an asteroid that doesn't have any minerals on it. It's delicious. If the players are greedy and they go in here, they can risk actual death. Oh,
And get nothing for it.
Literally nothing. It's brilliant. But that's not even the worst one. I have actually found one because of the way that they do. Basically, it's like faster than light travel kind of thing. In Warhammer, you basically open a portal to hell to then go into hell and then travel to another place. That's how it works. But you have to, like, that version, that dimension you travel through is very chaotic. I managed to get it rolled up so that one of these other areas, basically, it's a dead zone. You come into this area and you slow down, which means that whoever is navigating the ship, if they do not roll well, if they roll even if they roll just like average, they will go from like, oh, it's just going to take us like 10, 15 days to travel, hundreds of light years, that instead of it being, 10, 12 days, it's now going to become 20 to 24 days. And this is in a game where I will actually map out the entire sector, all the sectors. I will literally draw maps along and then say, how long are you in hell for versus how long passes out of reality? Because those are 2 separate timelines. And I then track how much food, water, air that you have on your ship and how much fuel you've got. Those are like, these are 2 separate things I track. If you run out of fuel, you can go into the hyperspace. If you run out of food, water, and air, you're gonna starve. And this place, like, it is like running into tar pits, and it's gonna be a bitch to get out of. It's a very wealthy place, but you're gonna come there. It's like, it is gonna be so difficult to get in there. It's gonna be so difficult to come out of there, but it's worth it. But we have to really manage our own expectations of what we're doing when we get in there.
See, when you mentioned a portal to hell, I was immediately thinking of the 9 Hells, and Asmodeus's AD&D stats popped into my head. That's a level of my nerdiness. Armor class -7, I believe. 199 hit points.
Let me see if I've got it here.
Thank you, Mercurius. Actual deaths. If he could get away with it, he would.
You hear I only talk about the players who survive my games.
Yeah. I mean, other people have joined us, by the way. RPG Dad and Mike Percival. Good evening. Because, I mean, for those who don't know, Saxius does keep you've got an axe, haven't you?
Okay, you don't remember what I said. That is my dad's axe.
Yes.
That is in Denmark. That is not mine.
Oh, okay. You didn't manage to get through customs.
No, because it's his. It was his present. You don't remember what I tell you, which is okay.
I mean, but if you could, you would go to Denmark. You would build a longboat. You would get that axe, and you would sail to Northumberland and start hammering down our old monasteries, wouldn't you?
Oh, probably yes, I would. I was like, you also don't know the logistics that goes into just doing that. Like, you don't
you do.
You don't. Yeah, like you don't even you don't go for just any piece of tree. Like, you don't do that. It's a very specific type of tree that you take, and it's one type of a certain age, and then you make use of everything, the branches, the whole 9 yards. Like, it's a piece of engineering of its time, that was very advanced.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
Right, where was I? So yeah,
So,
that's what's going to be coming out. Just a longer form of me just speeding up, making a crap ton of space maps.
well, fair, yeah. Bear, plans for your channel in the new year? No plans.
Plans? Do I look like a guy who has plans? As the man said, I'm a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know what to do with one if I caught it. What plans do I have? I'm going to run my games. I'm going to turn on the camera when I'm bored. I'm going to talk to people like you. That's, no changes for 2025, baby.
No changes. I think I'm going to run more Friday games in the new year. In fact, I know I am. Of course I am. I mean, done S3 and L2, N2. I'm gonna do some more. So, watch this space. We're playing some more games on Fridays on the channel. What are you most looking forward to in 2025, chaps? What are you most looking forward to in 2025? Anything, or are you just all miserable like me?
Well, like in terms of like what we are.
Anything game related.
Well,
any new releases, events, anything like that.
Well, I need to go through and see whether I am going to be available for the period where we're going to be having that Chaosium. What's it called?
Chaosium Con.
Yeah, exactly. Chaosium Con. Outside of that, I mean, I've got my Rogue Trader game that's going to be the next one up. I have got a mini campaign for Witcher that I'm going to be starting before we then proceed back to doing 5th edition D&D. I've got my real life group who is starting their Suicide Squad heroic game this Saturday, and then we're going to continue in the new year, which that's going to be great. Yeah, like I'm just looking forward for that, and I'm glad that I'm getting this break because I definitely feel like I needed it.
Hello, Nerd. Daniel, anything you're looking forward to in the new year?
Well, other than hopefully expanding my game library, I've actually talked to the wife about trying to make that convention next fall.
Claricon?
Yeah, I don't know how well that's going to work out, but I'm going to try to.
Be a whole lot cooler if it did.
Yeah, and since Saturday mornings have been,
you got a fake passport sorted out, so they let you through the.
Yeah, I got to work on that. And since Saturday mornings have been kind of sketchy, and I'm not throwing stones at anybody, believe me, but I've been telling myself for the last 2-3 months, have something ready, so if 2-3 people show up, we can at least game rather than sit around and bullshit for an hour and a half, which is all fun and games too, don't get me wrong, but have stuff set up so that if people show up, and then I can say, okay, we can at least do a one shot real quick.
What do I need to start showing up and just murdering characters?
If you want to.
If you want to, yeah.
But no, and I'm not bagging on anybody, but I figure that, and I keep saying it. Gee, I'll tell my wife on Wednesday, I ought to sit down and get something ready in case Saturday doesn't work out.
I mean, yeah, unfortunately, my work has got in the way of me on Saturdays.
Well, no, I understand. Life happens. It's not anybody's fault. I mean, everybody puts a ton of work into what they do, and I appreciate that. And so So those are my 3 things. Build up my library on the stuff we've been playing, try and figure out the Comic-Con thing, and then try and run more on Saturday morning.
I've got one, John. A want, not a looking forward to, but something I would like to do in 2025.
Go on then.
Finally finish hammering out my DRP, Mithras, RuneQuest, whatever fantasy hack, and actually run a serious Codex Albana level serious fantasy campaign.
Okay.
That's something I'd really like to do.
Isn't
Problem is, all the
Codex
serious
Albana?
players were already in that game, so.
Isn't
Just left
Codex
the
Albana serious enough?
Hey?
Isn't Codex Albana serious enough?
Well, I can only have one. That's how the rules work, or something.
Oh, you want another one?
Serious bank?
You want another one? Okay.
He's jealous. He can't stand the competition.
God, no. You know what I want in 2025?
What?
Cthulhu. Hopefully in January, the Cthulhu by Gaslight Keeper's Guide.
No, well, let me know how that works out for you.
I'm not particularly interested in the Investigator's Handbook. It's the Keeper's Guide I'm most looking forward to.
I'm not going to touch it. I was looking at it. I'm like, I'm sure it'll be wonderful, but nope, I'm good.
I've got my 7th edition. That's about all that I will ever need when it comes to Call of Cthulhu. Like,
Oh no, I have Down Darker Trails, the Western hack. That's kind of awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Cthulhu Dark Ages is kind of awesome, and the ridiculously overpriced Cthulhu Invictus I bought.
How much did that cost you?
Oh yeah, I'm not even gonna say, but you can just go to Drive Through RPG and see for yourself how much they charge for the print on that fucking thing.
Is it big?
It's absurd, and it's not that big. It's an absurd price for a soft cover standard color book.
Some of the prices have got silly. I mean, alone against the static being a...
Well, welcome to the world of the printing press.
Yeah. Well. But no, I mean, I'd like to... Our Tuesday night Call of Cthulhu campaign is probably 75 to 80% done. So when that completes, assuming they do, well, it will come to some form of conclusion in the next 3 or 4 months. I would like to pick up their characters they had for the Gaslight side scenario, and maybe continue with those in some Gaslight setting stuff. I think that'll be good. I think the players would like that. I hope they do.
And they don't have a choice. They will like it.
Yeah. They don't like it. They just don't log on. But they've been logging on. That's the thing. They keep coming back.
That's it. That's how you do it, John.
Yeah.
Keep abusing them and tell them it's their fault. They'll keep on coming back.
Yes. Right. Last of these questions I've scribbled down here is gaming highlight of 2024. I think we mentioned something about this a few weeks ago, but a gaming highlight from 2024. Anything you've particularly enjoyed, particular highlights. For me, I mean, it was great meeting up with a load of people from my channel at the Games Expo. But sorry, chaps, Canada, Clericon. It was a whole adventure for me. I had an adventure from start to finish. Thoroughly enjoyed it. About time I got off this little isle and went somewhere else. So I am hoping to be back next year. Definitely a highlight.
That's good.
Yeah, I'd say ClariCon was pretty much a high watermark for 2024. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, and it took me about 2 weeks to be like, it's over. It took me 2 weeks to get over the fun, you know.
So I know you were sort of very about conventions.
No. Fuck conventions. ClariCon's awesome.
It felt more. It felt more intimate. It felt more intimate than a typical convention because we were all there for exactly the same reason. There was no shit, no nonsense, no bickering, no arguing, no trouble. Everyone was there having fun. And it was brilliant.
Yep. Good.
So, Zaxius.
What's up?
Highlight of 2024.
I don't even know where to begin. I've been running games non-stop from start to finish. My second edition has come to a close. That's 4 years of my life that's actually come to an end, that's an achievement, I'd say. I 2 years of my life also finished when I came to an end with my 5th edition game, as that's now all rounded up. What else? Again, I got introduced to Heroic. I got to be more involved in that project, at least in terms of talking about it, helping out where I could, promoting it whenever I'm allowed to.
May I interject just on that note, Sax?
Sure.
I don't think I would still be as gung-ho about it as I am if it wasn't for your enthusiasm and communication. And Saxius does the one thing that I really appreciate from people is he actually engages with me about my material I create. And he actually talks to me about it, asks me questions, or says, hey, oh my God, this character you put up, I love them so much for this reason and that reason. But it's nice because it gives me the encouragement to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my New Year's resolution for everybody out there, hopefully, is that if you have a creator in your life, talk to them about their creations. Let them know why you appreciate them, because then they get excited to make more. Or if you just go, yeah, that's cool, it doesn't, the fire starts to die. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. All right, back to you, Sax.
Yeah.
No, yeah. And poo-poo the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, outside of that, like, I can't pinpoint it down into a single moment. It's just one of those. It's been a fantastic year. I've had some great games, and yeah, like all in all, I'm very happy with how the year's been. At least on the gaming front. That's the simple answer, really.
I mean, towards the end of the year, I was getting a little bit to the point where I was almost getting to the burnout sort of stage. I think sort of personal circumstances were getting in the way a bit there with the bathroom, the shop and everything. There were a few weeks when I was like, I don't want to do anything for the channel. I'm tired. I'm really tired. But I've still enjoyed my gaming, so that's good. That's good.
Yeah. You got to remember to look out for yourself as well. I know one of the big reasons why I'm glad that I've taken December off is primarily that, I was coming to the point, as I normally do at around December, because I run non-stop games.
Mm-hmm.
I just need like a brief respite, even though I've set myself a very large task. Oh, yeah, definitely. And even though I've set myself a big task in terms of like the new game that I'm going to be running, I just needed like that piece where I can say, right, I am not doing this. I am now going and playing video games. I'm going and chatting, shit with friends. That's pretty much just what I needed for a period. I'm glad for that. Why does this planet have so many moons?
King Eric has suggested Halfling Con. I could host it, but look, I'd love to host a convention, but you would never trust me to organize one. I could not do that in a million years.
Why?
Organizing a con is a lot of work as well. So.
I bet. I have the utmost respect for Dungeon Minister for putting together what he's put together. So,
what the fuck?
He is so energetic throughout it. Anyway, hello, Andy. How are you?
Hello. I'll see how I go because I'm still coughing and spluttering a bit. But yeah, I was just going to say, the highlight of the year. Don't take this the wrong way because it's the right way, John. But Orient Express. But after we'd started playing for a little while, it was getting a bit, funnily enough, railroady.
Mm-hmm.
Then we did the side quest, and the side quests have been brilliant. They've really set the whole thing off and made it a really good, enjoyable thing. Which is why I just changed my name on this to Harold the Sane because
Yes. But I think I like the fact they've put those side quests in there. They do break up that. It could get very monotonous because it is a sequence of linked chapters in the book, and it's impossible to run it any other way. But the idea is I think throwing in the side quests at the right sort of time freshens it all up.
And they've been different as well. They're not just a reiteration at a different timeline. They're different things that were going on, whether it's the Dark Ages or what we just did for the Gaslight.
And two of them are very action-packed side quests, which is a bit different to the main campaign.
Yeah.
I think they've got that balance just about right in that book. So good. And I think it's only going from strength to strength now.
Well, eyeball to eyeball, yeah.
Eyeball to eyeball, absolutely. I'm loving the interplay between the characters at the moment because everyone's really getting into it. So, but yes, poor Harold, and now poor William.
Well, so he's got sympathy
William,
at the moment, but that could change at any point in time.
he's losing a hit point every couple of hours.
Yeah, he is. William is, yeah.
And he's down to 12 sanity. I think he's going the really the wrong way.
Are we going to have a sweepstake on who goes first, Harold or William?
We shall see. So, Daniel, what's your highlight of the year been?
I don't know. I guess, and it sounds kind of dorky, but I started playing with this group, back in early 23.
Mm-hmm.
But since that, it's awesome. My wife and kids know Saturdays. I do this. They know Fridays and Wednesdays. And then when they started getting into it, unfortunately, fortunately, they got busy with sports and other stuff too. So I guess my highlight is it actually gives me something to do and to look forward to.
It's the friends you made along the way.
Yeah. Happy, shiny, happy people. Something like that.
REM's worst.
I don't really have a highlight. It was just, it's cool knowing that what days I have something that's I look forward to.
Yeah. I haven't seen the new Lord of the Rings film. I know Bear absolutely detests it.
Was it any good?
I abhorred it 4 times, at least 4 times during watching it in the theater. Something happened on screen that made me shout out, "Fuck off, film." Not joking. I'm not joking. My buddy and I were raging on it. We were like, and he normally doesn't talk shit in movies. He's usually really quiet. There were only like 4 or 5 people in the theater. But man, we were both just like, what the fuck is this piece of shit? It's garbage. Pure garbage. And if you hear anyone say the animation is good, they have no idea what fucking good animation is.
Right.
I've only seen the trailer, and the animation looked all right, but I've seen better. But I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan. But what I don't like in the animation style is the big eyes, small mouth. I've never liked that, the Japanese style thing. I just
wish, Halakar, that there was only one girl boss, but there's more. And there's this wonderful moment where it's the the girl, the mother, and the crone, or whatever it is, the mother, the matron, and the crone, or whatever the fuck it is. And it's like you just watch it happen on screen. You're like, really? You're shoving your Wicca bullshit in here too? Like, what the fuck? Like, come on.
I mean, I love all that Gaelic stuff, but put it in its own film.
I would not put that in a Lord of the Rings film.
No,
that's okay. That's okay, because we had to create a whole new character called Hera, who I love the Greek name for the Rohirrim. That's awesome. And we have to take in the whole concept of her entire fucking character's existence once again in this girl boss world is you're born into a royal family. You have royal obligations as a female in the family. You're going to have to marry someone that you don't love, and you're going to have to do all these things. And you're going to have to be, but I just want to ride horses and get into fights and do all my girly power stuff. So I'm going to make decisions that will then turn into people's deaths. And no one will call me on my bullshit because I'm living my truth. You know what I mean? Like, that's how bad it is.
You know why they wrote that into the movie? What they're doing with every freaking movie anymore. And I'll leave it at that.
Yes, but that's not the point. I get what you're saying, but the point is it's just shit. Literally. Yeah. If you read the actual story of Helm Hammerhand, he is opposed to his daughter, who is unnamed, marrying the son of this fucking lord, Wolf. I can't remember what the lord's name is. And he kills him in a fist fight because he's being sneaky and he sucker punches him, right? Here it's like, no, Helm Hammerhand's just a fucking dog, man. Just boom, knocks him out one shot, that's it, it's over. But she's the one who's refusing the marriage. She's the one, and they try and give you this whole story that these two are like best friends since childhood, and he's always loved her, and it's like, and the worst fucking character in the movie is her handmaid, who's this middle-aged, one of the shield maidens of Rohan, don't you know? Because they were a secret organization of insane women who, when the men all died, rose up and fought against the evil, and they had their own banner. And now the king's thinking about taking a Helm's thinking about maybe we should get rid of that banner in the end because we'll retire those things. All this nonsense, right? Right? Hang on. But she's such a badass, this middle-aged person. There's scenes where they're like doing stuff and she's giving orders to soldiers. And I kept looking at my friend going, is there like not a lieutenant around that could be doing this? Why are they listening to her? Why? You know, it's so shit. It's so shit.
So you wouldn't recommend it?
I would highly recommend it. I would say run, don't walk to your theater to see this movie and shout at it while you're watching it to disrupt the experience for all these mediocre fucking consumers I've seen raving about it online. God. Absolute shite.
Well, that actually makes me glad I didn't even. The trailer came up on my computer the other night. I don't know if I was on YouTube or what, and I skipped right over it. And I'm glad I didn't even watch the trailer now. So cool.
It has made a grand total of $10 million worldwide.
That's
I
not
think everyone's pretty much let them know that this film is a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's not much at
Peter
all.
Jackson should be embarrassed to have his fucking name on it. And that woman, that Philippa Boyan or whatever her name is, who's one of the writers and the producers on it, she should never be allowed to touch Lord of the Rings ever again. Oh, and then you find out why this movie got made. Do you know why this movie got made? Because Warner Brothers had to release a Lord of the Rings product or they were going to lose the license. So it's not because there was a burning desire to make a Lord of the Rings product.
They turned out
it was because they just wanted to fucking keep the rights, so they shat this out.
Yep.
Piece of shit. Garbage movie.
How do you really feel?
I feel robbed and denied. And
Just wait till the role-playing game for it comes out. Yay!
And there'll be a module.
No.
Richard, hello, Richard. Richard, you'll be glad to know that the Fighting Fantasy book that you donated the money for to the channel has arrived. That's actually downstairs on my bedside table at the moment. I bought 2 books at the time. The other one I bought with it was this one, the 7 Serpents in the Sorcery series. So I bought 2 books with it. And in the new year, at some point, I will be doing a read through of the new version, the 3rd part of the Death Trap Dungeon trilogy. And Richard is the one who bought it for us, which is wonderful.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Richard.
Yeah.
So yes, that has turned up, which is very nice. Very, very nice. Yes, I think Pistol agrees to tell us how you really feel. Yes. Yeah, no, Saurian, best review, Bear. Thanks again. So there you go. There we go. I don't know anything about it. All I know is that an animated version of Riders of Rohan was done. I don't know who was involved in it. It didn't interest me.
My favorite bit in the whole thing was right out of the gate. You meet all the family, right, of the Helm Hammerhand. Everybody in the family has a different accent. Everybody. Helm is Brian Cox, right? So you know what Brian Cox sounds like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, he's pretty fucking British. 2 of his sons are pretty fucking Scottish, and Hera seems to be vacillating between Scottish and Irish, depending on the scene. It's just like, good God, what a piece of shit this is. None of them look alike. That's the other beauty of it all. And then there's all the dark-skinned fucking members of the family where it's like, you know, at one point when the guy's like, I must return, it's like, yes, Egypt needs me. Like, what the fuck? It's so bad. It's such a piece of shit. Yeah, I'm shut up. I'm just going to shut up.
That's funny.
I mean, Brian Cox is Scottish, but I think he's born in Dundee. Apparently, I was going to say I thought he was, but
Brian Cox may be Scottish, but I've never heard him brogue his way through anything. And he
you need
doesn't
to
in
hear
this either.
him do the McLeavy plays on the BBC did.
No, I don't need to do that because I'm in Canada and I don't have to consume your garbage British content all the time.
Oh no, it's very,
We
very
have our
good.
own garbage Canadian content. I have. You understand? And we all get to consume the Americans' garbage content.
Well,
Oh,
Yeah.
he gets forced on us all the
I
time.
know.
And no one gives a fuck about Danish garbage content, just so we're clear.
The little glance that Saxius sent to his right then.
I didn't want him to feel left out.
I'm trying to multitask, like between making maps, talking to one of the Rogue Trader players, and being here, listening in.
It's
Keeping
just
us on track.
it just appeared on the stream as Bear said that you sort of glanced across with this sort of look on your face, if say, it looked right.
All right, fair enough. Very nice and
And
convenient.
I'm sure Brian Cox does stuff where you can actually hear him, with his Scottish brogue. But when you hear him
Yeah.
act in most films, he's doing a very clean British accent
Pretty much. Yeah.
with his gruff little voice. Thank you so much for that. No, sorry, I didn't have my channel open, so I'll go see who got that membership right now. But anyway, yeah, it's a piece of garbage film.
Okay.
It doesn't tell me
That's
who
not
got it.
not something to look forward to in the new year. It's already out, so hey ho. So Andy, those questions I asked everybody else. What are you most looking forward to in 2025?
That's a good question. That is a very good question. On a personal level, getting off all these bloody pills that the doctor's got me taking at the moment. But other than that, I don't know. I would like to go to ClericCon. I don't know if I'm going to be able to for various reasons, but that would be nice to do. 'Cause it does look...
It'd be really funny if we could get all the Codex Albana players to go to ClericCon next year. It would be
that'd
so
be
much fun to do a session at the table.
It would be, yeah. It would be fantastic.
Yeah.
There's a bit of work involved in that because.
Well, I know everybody who plays Codex Albana wants to go to ClericCon, except for Max Liao. He's whatever. But I'm sure he could be convinced. Just put a little pressure on that fucking guy. Or ultimately kill his character.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But so yeah. Well, I would like to be sat on a plane chatting away with you on the way to ClericCon. I think that'd be fantastic.
That would be fun. That would be nice.
It would be, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And Iman being overly scrutinized at airport security. Yeah. What a hoot.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Qureshi. Yes. English passport, you say, Mr. Qureshi?
Canada, the #1 access point for terrorists heading into the USA.
Well, what's in the backpack? What's in the backpack, Mr. Qureshi? Yeah. Yes.
What is this? Cthulhu? Is this some sort of manifesto?
What's your favourite thing you bought this year, Andy?
I was thinking about that. It's probably the what's it called? The DM chest. So it's a chest you can carry most of your stuff in, and it opens up to be a
Nice.
DM screen. It costs quite a lot on Kickstarter, but it's I do like it. It works well.
What's it called? Sorry.
The Game Master's chest, I think, or something like that. I can find the link or who does it.
Well, I'm good. I don't need to spend any more money on stupid shit that doesn't.
You
fit
don't
in
want
my
to spend it. It was pretty expensive, but it's they've done a good job with it. Got some bespoke artwork on the front, burnt in, into the wood. It wasn't my personal wolf, but it was one that was suitable. So, but yeah, it opens up and there's shelves in it, and you can fit like Player's Handbook DMG into the center portion, or my laptop and various things. Carry figures in there, dice, papers, stuff.
It's a Christmas miracle. John figured out how fucking StreamYard works.
Whatever. Oh, Jesus. Wow, John.
I'm not squinting to see people's facial reactions anymore.
So that was probably it.
Daniel, because Daniel's like 80 miles from his camera.
Yeah, my camera's like, yeah. Then I
the way you just reached out there, your camera's the same distance from you as it is from me. It's just you've got a very small head, Daniel.
Oh my god, the camera's the same distance from me as it is. That's how fucking perspective works, you idiots.
No, yeah, I actually have to lean forward.
No, you've got a very small head. That's what it is, Daniel.
Don't take his shit, Daniel. Daniel, do not take his shit. He's been in a shit-giving mood all day. Don't take it.
Daniel, say the word. We're going to go after him.
Yeah. You give the high sign, and we cut that hobbit down to size. That hobbit.
Oh, too late.
We can make a quarterling out of them.
And anything in your collection that you've not played that you really want to play this year?
Far too many things.
Pick something.
Yeah, I know. That I haven't played this year that I'd like to play. I'd like to run some Traveller or play some Traveller next year.
Yes.
Played some of that this year. You ran a session.
Yeah, I did run some this year on with Iman and Manfred. But I'd like to run a proper campaign or at least, scenario or whatever. I haven't done one for a couple of years, so it would be nice. And I'd love to play. Don't get to play it very often.
They started running it while I was at the airport. I mean, so I was actually sat at the airport, at Manchester Airport, on my headphones.
He couldn't cancel the Discord then to try and stop us using sci-fi on his Discord,
I was just listening in from the airport, waiting for my flight. Yes. Yeah.
Crying inside because they were talking
sci-fi in my fantasy Discord. Can't have this.
Yes, Halakar, I'm going to have a massive coronary just for everyone's entertainment. It'll be my Christmas gift to you all.
Grim Squirrel, he doesn't have an intercontinental ballistic missile, so thankfully his guns won't reach me.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Oh yeah, fair. Also, you don't know that he doesn't have an ICBM. You don't know that.
He probably has got one beneath his hat.
He's an American. He may well have a fucking ICBM.
A homemade one.
A DIY one. He's got it at Home Depot,
Hello, Manfred. Yes.
I'm going to throw my pepper in the oven. I'll be right back.
All right. Right.
God, that was one of these planets. 12 moons. The entire system has about 7 planets. Many of them has multiple moons. And many of these moons are then populated by animals. Just exterminate the entire system.
Doesn't Jupiter and Saturn both have like 60 plus moons?
They do, yeah, but you have to bear in mind, I am not putting them down there for the sake of saying there's now a rock with nothing on it.
Yeah.
I'm putting them down there because there's a rock here. It may have something on there, or it may not. There's a 50-50 chance for it. So you've got 10 moons. Yeah, 10 moons here, where you've got a 50-50 of them, and good number of them. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them has actually got biospheres. So they've got atmospheres and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah,
so there's
whereas
probably
the
something
Jupiter 120 or however many they found, half of them are just like big pebbles sort of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
but then you get the likes of Europa, which has it has water under its icy crust.
Yeah.
You need to put Europa as one of the moons and have
make no landings here.
I have just named them all as Planet 1-2, 1-1, 1-3, and I've just gone all the way around. So you've just got a giant gas planet that's just got all of these moons around it. It's absolutely horrific. But it's not as heinous as the crime of me putting all of these layered traps of what this sci-fi game provides me. Good grief, they are going to be blind, deaf, and irradiated by the time they come to some of these planets.
At least
On the one
she's
hand-
honest about it.
On the one hand, I really appreciate that every time I got up to go do something, that's when you reserve talking about 40K because you know what I think about it.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I absolutely hate that I got to miss John's reaction to you talking about sci-fi.
I
I
don't
mean-
mind talking about real. I like real space, as in I find our own solar
Sure.
system fascinating.
Sure, so there are certain things from this game that is real space, but there's also a lot of things that are just fake. Like, what if I told you there are rules about there are certain areas where you've got gravitational turbulence?
Okay.
Just let, do you think that works? Gravitational turbulence in space.
No.
Well, there you go. But it's there, and I'm going to use it, John.
I don't like that.
Whoa. We're going through the gravitational field. Oh no.
No, you're suddenly upside down inside your own ship.
Just blame it on micro black holes nearby. I mean, you know.
No, yeah, like I don't need to explain anything. We as humans don't understand how the universe works. 40K knows even less.
Yeah,
They just know-
let's stop for a moment. For all your astronomy classes and all the bullshit that they tell us about black holes and collapsars and pulsars and all that, it's all educated guesses. Because,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
I,
let's just be,
I know
no
photos.
one's gone and seen it. No one's been there. So it's all just like observable from Earth. This is what we think based on math, which is cool.
It's really
But it's
interesting.
all subject to change.
I think it's really interesting. Hello, Straw Piglet. There is no topic today. No, it's just random nonsense. Just random shite.
Indeed.
Ah,
Oh, yeah,
Doc
no,
Flamingo doesn't
That's
like you.
different,
Rogan.
Hal.
It's just
yeah.
John seeing how far he can push the panel before we all fucking abandon him and never come back.
well,
I mean,
he certainly
I mean-
tried before we started the stream.
Saxon, I thought Saxon should drop off for about 2 minutes. he did a runner.
I was one step behind him.
Yeah, I can get a bit silly. can't I?
Gravity is a myth, yet it's such a persistent one.
It is.
It won't go away.
I don't know where you I haven't seen it since we got home.
With a name like Star Blazer as
It's
well.
not in the woods,
So-
Nah, he likes to post,
Bedroom.
you know,
I just don't.
reactionary things. It's his jam.
Maybe I just give him one first.
But it's got a sci-fi name. So,
I just wanted to do church.
dirty history and hobbies, Yuletide greetings or Ghoultide beatings. I there are times when I lead towards the second. But
Seasons
I'm-
beatings, everyone.
yeah. I'm
Did I
gonna,
hear seasons beatings?
Yeah, happy Hogswatch.
but no, for me, it's the first 3 weeks of December have been pretty crap. It's
Here in the wee village of Knob End, every year the Yule comes and we sit around the fire and we talk about the greatest knob of them all, John. His knobbery is legendary.
Oh, Andy. So what, Andy? What would your house be in a fantasy world?
God. No
It would be
idea.
God. Good answer.
No, that's fair. Seems fair enough. Yeah.
The High Temple.
It's just I'm above you all, you fucking peasants.
I'm a dyslexic devil worshipper anyway. I sold my soul to Santa years ago.
Hey, the old jokes are the best ones.
Yeah.
No, I don't do my Christmas gifts every year because I keep sending those letters to Satan. Fuck. For Christmas, I would like, you know.
Why is
You know,
why is
it's
this book arrived
"Scared
scorched?
this guy? What the fuck? You know.
I do love that. It's just like he just goes like, well, he's the only one that sends me Christmas letters, so of course I'm going to get it to him.
So yes, greetings from Knob End, everybody. That is now the name of my house officially.
Officially.
My attic. Officially, I need a plaque behind there, don't I? Knob End.
When's your
over there.
birthday?
November.
We'll take up a collection for next year and get you a plaque that says "Welcome to Knob End."
My birthday was the week after Clericon. Yeah. So, Clericon was my birthday present, really.
That's nice.
I don't get rings of invisibility and that sort of thing like certain other hobbits do. It's my birthday.
They weren't hobbits; they were river folk.
Well, they were early ancestors of the Hobbit, sort of thing.
Listen, Rings of Power. Don't start your bullshit.
Speaking of names of things, when many, many, many years ago, when I was at Coventry doing my degree, and the student union had an upstairs bar and a downstairs bar. So the downstairs one was called the Dungeon with Stale Beer, which appealed, of course. And I always thought the upstairs one should be a sci-fi themed place. So you had the dungeon downstairs and the sci-fi bar upstairs.
I would be downstairs
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
in the darkness with a bottle of Newcastle Brown in my hand, wading through the stink and the murk.
Sticky
I
feet,
don't-
that sort of thing.
Okay.
Saxius, get us on topic, please.
Can-
For the love of
Jesus.
Jesus. It's almost the
Go on,
baby
Sax.
G's birthday. Give us something to talk about, Saxius. Otherwise
Yeah,
we're
give us a topic. Give us a topic, Saxius.
Give you a topic. What am I? Just your marionette to dance when you tell me to? Fine.
You are the Lord Chamberlain of Knob End. Do your job, sir.
Just throw fucking pineapples at me. What topics? All right. Are there any upcoming goals? The things that you're looking to achieve in this coming year? Role-playing related, community related, project related, or the likes? Something in regards for ideally a hobby, a passion, or something that you are enjoying that you'd like to see being put more energy towards, ideally for a net positive return. Is that clear enough for everyone?
No, but it was wonderful.
Okay.
I look forward to the answers that are going to. No, don't clarify. Jesus, leave it pointlessly bureaucratic. Come on.
Just leave it as bureaucratic as possible. Christ.
It is
I've been
about
working-
time that I started putting some of the ideas that I've put into my various games, or whatever, to paper. And I really should be inspired by the man who is next to me, who has put his ideas on paper for the last however many months or so, and actually get something on paper.
I'd like for some of my projects to actually start making money, so I can actually finish the first project, which would be really great. But sadly, that doesn't look like it's happening. So I'll be, pouring my own funds into everything moving forward to get it out for everybody, and that's fine. That's okay. I don't mind. But yeah, I would be really happy if something that I produced actually caught fire and made me a little bit of fuck you money would be nice. Would be nice.
I mean, I
Daniel?
wouldn't do that.
Like I said earlier, I just want to start actually DMing more. That would be with this. Other than that, trying to get re-involved in the gun club, which has nothing to do with this. I used to be a boy
That's cool.
stuff like that.
Yep.
With the youth group part of it, they actually started up a.
Whoa!
Youth
They
club.
let you near children?
Well, I can't. I have to wear a muzzle, and they have me.
You're not allowed in my country, but they let you near children?
Yeah. But for group wise, I would like to start running more. It's just figuring out the time. I don't know how you guys do it with what you guys do, and y'all have regular lives and you still do what you do. So yeah, I would like to do that.
You need to be more depressed, Daniel.
What?
Just be more depressed. It fuels creativity, let me tell you.
I don't think you can be. I'm married to an Italian woman.
Oh, shut up. You're set for life. You'll never have to worry about where your next meal's coming from.
Well, no, that's the one cool thing. Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, she cooks. Every other day of the week, I cook. Because she knows I'm busy on here. So she takes care of dinner those nights. So, yeah.
Hey,
She's
got it sorted then.
understanding. It's awesome.
Yeah, you got it sorted.
Nice.
You got it sorted. Yes, Daniel
I have
can
to say
go.
that because she's in the kitchen and can hear me, so I better say it.
Yes, otherwise we'd see a pan come flying across your screen. Saxius, your plans for the year? Go on then.
Well, so my plan is that I would need to expand on my role playing, as in actually role playing, because I am usually very focused. It may shock some people, but when I play out characters, I don't always come out as having much character for the NPCs. They seem to be very straightforward, bureaucratic, of very specific mindsets, which is something I need to get out of. I think I'm decent at preparing for the games. I'm decent at running the games, remembering the rules, but then bringing the characters to sort of life. That's where I think I've sort of been falling a bit behind. So the heroic game I've been running for Iman, I've definitely tried to force myself to do more character acting. Not really acting, but getting more into character. And that's the thing that I want to do for this, because from my second edition group, one of the core feedbacks that I got, well, two of the core feedbacks I got was I could have been harsher at times, which are delicious. I love that. And the other one being that the games, while enjoyable, the stories were fantastic, the role playing fell flat on its face. And one of the players did criticize me for basically breaking his immersion and the emotion of the world because of how I would then be portraying NPCs, which is fair.
Is that an online versus a face-to-face thing? Because when I played with you, and from what I've heard of Heroic, you do a pretty damn good job of role-playing the...
yeah, but Heroic, I specifically set it out. My second edition game has been going on for 4 years, so you've got to understand that there's been a period where I just sort of went like, okay, I've got the formula tuned down, so I would default to certain habits. Whereas with Heroic, it was a clean slate. I went, right, I need to forcefully do this. Once I get that habit in, it will stick. It's all about almost conditioning oneself. Again, I sound like an absolute psychopath when I go on about this. But that's what I want to do. I mean, heck, even like looking back at the Goblin campaign, there were very specific moments where I would roleplay, but the majority of the time was just me reacting to whatever you were doing. It wasn't really role playing. I wasn't doing much character. I was always, within certain very set ways that I would be portraying characters.
That's 90% of a gaming session, though, reacting to the players. So...
Actually, no,
Yeah,
I completely understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Halakar, have a really, really good Christmas. I saw your comment about potentially starting a channel. I just want to quickly respond to that. Make sure you get yourself a decent microphone. That is the first thing, because first thing that will cause people to switch off is if they can't hear you properly. Think of a shtick. Think of something you want to focus on. Think of whether you want to put yourself on camera or you want some sort of other sort of personality. I mean, you've got Sean, for example, as Merlin's to Gambledore. Where you've got me, you've got Bear, you've got Saxius, just being ourselves. But it's... Some people have this a persona which works really, really well. So have a think about that sort of thing, and then just do it. And show us and ask us questions, and we'll help you. I'm sure we will.
It will come. Do what makes you happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And honestly, and I'm not placating you guys or anything, listen to the three guys on the top. A lot of people that criticize you don't know what the hell they're talking about.
I don't.
And that's the other thing. Don't listen to people. Just don't. Don't give a fuck about them. Because nothing you can do. You could literally give out rainbows and free ice cream and gold bullion every stream to every fucking... And someone will give you shit. And someone will thumbs down your videos. And someone will leave a nasty comment because... people are cunts, and that's just the way it is. So don't give a fuck about them. Just do you.
Yep.
I still get a bit precious about the upvotes, the downvotes. It's difficult not to, but to be honest, as long as people are watching and the majority of people are positive, I'm happy. I'm happy. There are twats everywhere. Yeah, Brian, there are twats. Twats.
And
Twats
twats.
everywhere.
There's twats apparently, but there's also twats.
What about twits?
No, actually, there are a lot less of them these days.
Okay.
There are plenty of twunts.
Tons of twunts. Oh my god, the amount of twunts in this world.
Yes, there are lots. There are lots. But yeah, just do what you want to do and enjoy it, and go into it with a view that you're going to have some fun doing it. Because when it becomes work, that's when it becomes difficult.
Yeah, if you try and do it as work, you're going to turn, and this was told to a friend of mine about photography, don't try and make it into work because you'll turn a hobby into a headache.
Yeah,
correct. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, you don't want to resent what you love.
Mm.
So, and naturally, we grow to resent what we must do. So never feel like you must do something.
Well, that comes from setting expectations for yourself and feeling like you're not meeting them.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's
If I
exactly.
may, if I may just quickly wade in. I haven't uploaded a video in a very long time. That does not bother me because the videos will come out when I have something that I want to share. I'm working on something right now. Happy days. That's not going to be anything of value. It's just going to be you seeing me doing work. And then I'm probably going to go in and deep dive into Warhammer 40k because that's going to be my next obsession.
Yeah.
That's what I know I'm going to be heading towards because I know that's going to be a thing for me. And then occasionally I might turn around and say, right now I'm talking about AD&D or whatever. Just go with it as it comes. End of the day, surprise, surprise, the people in this community, we're all going to be subscribing to one another. We're all going to be following and watching one another's.
Yep.
So just put it out when it comes. I personally am not fussed. I would tell you not to be fussed. If you find that you're in a very creative period, great, fantastic. Keep on pumping it out. And it doesn't even need to be scripted. You could just do what I sometimes do. I just press on for OBS to start recording me and I just start speaking. I'll worry about the editing later, or if I will do any editing at all, I'll just chuck it up there. What's the worst that's gonna happen? No, I'm not bothered. I'm not fussed. I'm not worried.
Nobody's going to come pounding on your door.
No.
Absolutely
Sam, nice to see you. We're not talking about anything in particular. It's just a bit of a chill. Last one before Christmas, of course. Next Wednesday is Christmas Day, so we're just having a bit of a chinwag. Just mates getting together and having a natter and winding each. Well, I was winding them up.
Sure.
Surely not.
Yeah. Merry Christmas to you, Straw Piglet. Thank you, Carl. We try to be constructive here. I mean, we try to be honest. Yes, Daryl. That happens to me from time to time. It happens to me from time to time. But I will tell you a nice little thing from last night. Finished our Call of Cthulhu game. Didn't finish the game. We stopped playing the game. I had my first shower in my new bathroom. It was wonderful. Wonderful. Spent far too long in it. Got out of it. Felt invigorated at 11:30 at night, which is really a bad thing. So I thought, I'm just going to drive I'll drive a race before I go to bed. I only went and bloody won the race, which I don't do very often. So then I went to bed. I was lying in bed going, I feel all clean. I've got a really nice new bathroom and it feels wonderful. And I've just won a race. And I think it was 2:30 before I got to sleep. My own stupid fault. But that's what happens. So, hey ho. But it was a good evening. It was a really good session last night. Well, Andy, good session last night.
It was very good. Unexpected. Poor Michael.
Poor Michael.
William's character suffered greatly. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
I missed the action. I didn't get started lurking until like it was the tail end, and everybody's like recapping what happened.
Yeah.
What are we talking about now?
Yeah, Squirrel. If you were more regular Squirrel, I'd probably try and catch you as often as possible. But you just have a habit of appearing, don't you? You have a habit of just sort of appearing. Hello, Squirrel Hermits online. But yeah, that's the thing. I know you're busy with work. I'd like to have another game of the that drinking quest game in the new year at some point.
Oh, I'd love to do that.
That was fun.
Yeah. Yep.
I
I
will
was
be in
actually
Denmark,
thinking
though.
about that. Yeah.
Go on.
You'll be
Yep.
you'll be up for it, Saxius, will you say?
No, I said I will be in Denmark. I will not be available. I am. It's a very strict family time this time, so I will not be available for anything really.
For drinking quest.
Yes,
In the new year.
like yeah.
I will postpone it till you get back because
No, don't worry about that.
Seeing you down in Rome is a marvelous thing.
We can just have another time where you say on a Saturday or on a Friday or a Saturday where we arrange that, and then that can be done.
Okay.
Don't hold on. Don't wait up for me. Oh, lovely.
Oh, I see the Slan has joined us. Hello, Slan. How are you? Come and join us, Slan. There's a spare spot here. In fact, you know what I'm going to do?
You're going to open it up for the entire public to come in?
This is going to end well.
If I know your name, you are welcome to come and join us.
And you are wearing clothes.
Make sure you are wearing clothes, yes. Make sure you behave yourself, because I do actually like having a channel. And if I don't know your name, I'm afraid the answer will be
No.
but that's just the way it's going to be. So if you want to join us, come and join us. We've got another hour and 20 minutes to go. And
So,
Really?
Straw's
Another
asking
hour?
whether.
Uh-oh.
God, has it already been that long? God.
yeah.
Wow.
Is all your family strict, Saxius? Is it in the genetics?
I wouldn't call them strict, really. Like, really, I wouldn't even call myself strict at the end of the day. I'm just focused. I'm sure you've had actual strict managers or people that you've had to interact with. But no, like, they're not strict. They're actually very relaxed and open-minded.
Okay. I'm a bit of a sod when people get strict. I'm the sort of person who will open his mouth and shout back, and I get myself in trouble. I'm not very good at taking orders from people I don't respect.
You do well in the army.
Yay!
Hello, Slan. Are you with us? Greetings. Willkommen. Bienvenue. And all that sort of thing.
All right, I do have to say one thing. My wife is right now starting to give the cat and then our 110-pound dog a bath. So if you hear me start laughing, it's because of what I'm hearing coming from the bathroom.
Good luck, her. Good luck, her. How's life, Slan?
It's pretty good.
Not spoken to you for a week or two?
Yeah, I've been busy. So work's been kind of crazy. It's the pre-holiday, trying to finish everything up rush.
Okay.
So, but I managed to finish at a decent time today, which is good because there's the stream.
Excellent. And it's not a useful stream. It's just a nonsense stream, but it's a stream all the same. Hello, Iman. You finally made it as well. You've woken up, Iman. Right, so Slan, I'm going to throw some questions at you. These questions at you I've thrown at everybody else so far. What are you most looking forward to in 2025?
Oh, that's a good question.
Something game related.
Something game related. Well, next year's Claricon for one.
That's funny. I said the same thing.
Yeah. If it's game related, I'm hoping to start My Gamma World campaign has been on a hiatus since like last summer, so I'm hoping it's going to start up again. So that's the game related stuff. Also hoping to fly over the pond and visit some family in the next few months. Still have to figure things out.
Whereabouts over the pond are you heading?
Well, I'm looking at Berlin and perhaps Paris, and then take a train or a cheap flight. Depends on what the cost options are and the time I have available.
Excellent. Enjoy.
Yeah.
What was your gaming highlight of 2024?
Gaming highlight of 2024. Whoa. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, there was Clericon. That was a big thing. Meeting you in person. Bear. Having a, very long ride. Unfortunately, not as comfortable as it could have been for Bear, but that was a really enjoyable car ride with him. What else? Getting one of my characters killed by Saxius. I'm very happy about that, actually.
Good.
I got my in-person group. I ran like a prison break. Some of the characters were imprisoned. The other ones were trying to break them out, and I played them. One group in one room, the other group in the other room, so they didn't know what they were doing, what the other group was doing at all. And that worked out quite well, actually. So I was very happy about that, gaming-wise.
I must say, Slan is my road trip singing buddy.
Yeah.
What were the songs of choice? And are you going to do the duet?
Came up on the playlist. It was 70s.
Yeah.
It was 80s. It was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there was that.
It's a great way.
Fuck John, he's a hobbit. That was like 99 bottles of beer on the wall for us.
Yeah.
No, it was a good time. Sorry.
Favorite thing you've bought this year?
Favorite thing I bought this year? Oof. That's a good question. I'm really happy about my purchase of what's it called now? Of course I forgot. There was a great board game that was being sold at Clericon.
Was that the one with the dice?
Yeah, with all the dice.
I bought that for my buddy, for his family for Christmas. I can't wait to see how they like it. The hell's the name again? Studio or something.
Synoda, something like that. Synoda. Yeah. And so I was happy about that purchase. Not much, no big purchases. This is totally not games related, but I came across 5 or 6 of the collected Love and Rockets comic books. And I think they were only like $12 each. So anyone who's into 80s indie comics should know Love and Rockets. They're great comics, and getting these nice, big, thick bound books for like $10-15 each was a great steal.
There was a band in the 80s called Love and Rockets. I wonder if they stole their name from the comic book.
It's possible. Where's the band from?
Britain, I believe.
Britain. Okay, so because
they weren't very big.
Big. No, but I've heard about a band called that. The comic started in the early 80s, so I don't know what the timeline on that band is. But it's not impossible, because the Hernandez brothers, who created the comic book, they were very much into the underground comic book scene, but also some of the music scene. And so it wouldn't surprise me that there's a connection.
That'd be cool to look into. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think that'd be neat.
Yeah.
Any games in your collection that you've not played yet that you really want to play this year?
Ooh, I'm not a big game collector, but I do have a mouse guard game that I got over a year ago, actually at last year's Clericon, that I haven't done anything with, and I really should try to get to it at some point.
And I've just seen that Iman spotted my little bit of trolling at the start of the stream. And any plans for your channel?
Any plans for my channel? Continuing what I'm doing right now. I've got a couple of, I'll call it a series of videos, like the 51 Tales by Lord Dunsany and the Going Over the Spells in Unearthed Arcana. And when those are done, I've got a couple other ideas, but I haven't quite worked them all out yet. So, but keep doing the old pulp magazine readings, keep doing the streams that I've been doing. Though I've kind of on hiatus now because with the holidays, it just hasn't worked out.
Love and Rockets is one of the bands that fell out of Bauhaus.
Yeah, I've just seen
okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
But they were very different than Bauhaus. They were more, a little more poppy. Not really poppy, but a little more poppy.
Yeah. So I just opened their Wikipedia page, and like the first sentence of the history section is, the band's name was taken from the comic book series Love and Rockets by the Hernandez brothers. So there you go.
Yeah, because they're Latino, the Hernandez brothers. Like everything in Love and Rockets and Birdland is about Latino culture.
Yeah.
So I couldn't see them taking it from a British fucking new wave post-punk band, but you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, bands. They won't name the comics after a band. It'll be the other way around. The band will be named after the comic. But that's absolutely happened. Yeah.
Well, there's a whole bunch of weird and not so well-known band named after either characters in science fiction or fantasy novels and comic books. So.
What about Duran? Yeah, straight away. Yeah.
Duran. Yeah. Tigers of Paitan.
I don't know. I've never heard of Tigers of Paitan.
No.
Really?
No. Yeah. There's tons of them. So
I'm going to turn off my camera because I'm going to eat my supper, but I am here.
Okay.
But no, Iman has just spotted. Something when I created the stream, there was a new YouTube thing. It says, "Why don't you set a target for your stream?" And so, however much in value of super chats or whatever, and give a perk. And I was like, right, what can I do? So I was like, okay,
Manfred Duran is the name of the evil scientist in Barbarella.
Yeah.
Dr. Duran.
Yeah.
And by the way, Quandary, don't worry. Sax and I sorted his bullshit out real quick.
They told me off.
Yes,
no, I just thought, I'll put it for one donation of the minimum value. And what can I do that's really silly? I'll bear in mind.
Pimp out other people. That's what I'll do because I'm British.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
but Bear did a bit of singing earlier. Just a while on.
Yeah. Actually, one thing I am looking forward to, though I suspect it'll be in 2025, but I can't guarantee it, is seeing Mage's Musings recap of his game that I was in at Claricon.
Yeah, it's going to be in 2026 the way he goes.
I think I just pushed Chaotic to another extreme. I'm looking forward to see what his commentary on that is.
Well, he's just asked me for clips and stuff for the next one he's doing. So he's got your game, and then I think he's got 2 recaps. Then it's the one I was in, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it's just one. Then the one you're in.
It might be.
Yeah, it's the 2 Clericon games are the next 2. So.
Oh, okay. I thought there was another one.
No, I don't think so. I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. I thought there was 2. Maybe there was 1. I get confused easily.
Well, there were 2. He ran 2 games at Clericon, and then I also played in his AD&D game the day after Clericon as well, which will be recapping. So I played Illusionist.
I may have missed one. Then I don't know. Oh well, gives you something to look to.
Yeah.
So those are the questions I've just thrown at people. So
okay.
Thank you, Slan. What are you? Anything you're getting nice for Christmas?
Some time off work.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
kind of funny because I was bitching about having to take work off.
You don't want the time off.
No, I don't.
No. You're strange, Daniel. Has anyone told you that? Yes, they have.
My mother, my 2 ex-wives, my wife, my kids.
Yeah.
Don't forget your friends. We can all.
Yeah.
I don't have any.
I call bullshit. We're all friends here.
We are. We are.
Yeah.
Don't be a standoff prick, Daniel. Come on now. Come on.
Manfred, there are 2 sheets I'm aware of for Call of Cthulhu in Roll20. There's one that's big and flashy looking, that's pain in the ass, and the other one that's quite simple, which works beautifully. So
What?
have a look.
Yeah, like you're not liking the one that like allows you to make a character in like 5 minutes.
No, I'm liking the one that's nice and simple, that does it nice and quickly. There's one that's a bit overly fussy, doesn't fit on the screen properly, and all that sort of stuff. There's one I really like and one I don't like. I can't remember which is which.
Okay, because the one that I know, go on.
Go ahead, Sax.
I was just gonna say, like, I know that the one that they've got, like you said, 2, but the one that I used, basically, you can open it up, and then there is the character mancer that will then go through. You will roll your stats. It will put it all in. You'll then go through every single step of your character. You don't have to do anything manually. Like, it's pretty much click, 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 and then here's your points. Assign them. Done. Now it's just buying equipment.
Did you miss
That's
the part
probably
where
the good one.
overly fussy? When you're running a Call of Cthulhu game, there's only one thing allowed to be overly fussy. John.
Points taken.
I'm just going to go into my Roll20 so I can find the one I like to show Manfred. Talk amongst yourselves, behave yourselves while I just do.
No, I refuse. Well, since you're allowing me to talk,
Yeah,
let me
you're allowed
talk
to
about. No, I'm just about to go into more Warhammer. Oh dear.
How many moons was it?
12 and 7. It was like 7 and 8 planets. Thankfully, I'm past that one. That's done. Now I just have how many more? Oh yeah, I'm the last one of this sector. Then after that, I've got 7 more sectors to do.
Yeah.
Been nice. It's only about
I can
3
introduce
hours.
horror to Saxus's life if you want. Our customer had like all his information set up in a spreadsheet, so he
Go on.
helpfully sent us a screen cap of it.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah, that was
Did you
what
ever
I
figure
said.
out your shelf labels?
Yeah, yeah, that's what it was for, Daniel.
Mind you, my current job, I've had because it's now in finances. I've actually I came across one who basically said, I don't want you to send encrypted messages with the information to me. Just send it over a normal email. And I sat there and went, that is breaking every single rule of the financial, monitoring authorities, or the financial conduct authorities.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, I'm going to be giving you information that is not meant to be. Yeah, that one. That's a good one.
That's the one I don't like.
Oh, for fuck's sake, John.
That's the one I don't like. This is the one where the skill things bounce about and hide themselves and stuff like that. This is a pain in the arse. There is a better one.
They give you the core ones, and then you can add stuff in. And don't forget to go into edit mode when you have to update things.
It's fussy. I don't like it. There's a better one.
If your better one is to just go in and write it, just use pencil and paper and stay out of the 21st century.
21st? That modern?
Huh?
21st century is sci-fi, and we all know how John feels about sci-fi.
I know. He's just... technology is just like, we have to go back to clay tablets.
All right, guys. We're playing this weekend. Fire up the kilns to make your cylinder scrolls, please.
That's funny right there.
There is a part. Oh, never mind. Because I think virtual tabletops are very useful. That they're very good, and it's something that is definitely worth going and investing into, at least in terms of becoming familiar with. However, if it's not something you do regularly, it might not be as useful for you as I try to make it out. Where the hell was I on this?
I can't stand VTTs. They annoy the crap out of me.
All right. I love them. But so because there are quite a few of them, it's all about finding out which ones you like the most, and I'm quite heavily invested into Roll20. So I doubt I'm really going to be leaving that.
I've been using the D&D Beyond one for the stuff I'm running with people at work.
Oh,
when
that's
I'm
good.
remote and running it, and it works well.
Yeah, that is good. Like that is good for anywhere from running to the game and just having all the information right there for your players. So just click, drag, or just quickly update or go, what does this one do again? And then they click, and then the information is literally right there. I've got 3 of my players in my real life group who sits with their small, not laptops, but you've got like a small mobile thing. I don't know what they're called.
Tablet.
Yeah, like a tablet, and they've got D&D Beyond basically loaded up there for them. It's great, and I can turn to them and go like, okay, can you quickly look up this rule here, and then they will read it to me verbatim and go, right, I like this part. Here's how we're doing it, and then we take it from there. So yeah, I think they're highly useful. But it boils down to, are you willing to invest the time into getting used to them? And in some cases, are you willing to invest the money into it?
Yeah.
Because I know that for me, I used Roll20, the free version, for the longest period. And then once I did like, okay, I'm going to try a trial of the upgraded version, I just went, I'm not going back now, because it has things, it's got space, it's got all these other things that is brilliant for me.
Right, this is the one I think is better.
It's a picture of pen and paper.
Hold on, where's the sheet gone? Where's the sheet gone?
It literally is.
Where's the sheet gone? My sheet's disappeared.
Go over the character.
You can write anything on there. That's perfect.
It's the wrong screen. It's the wrong screen. Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ, John.
Let me just. One. No, I'm
Jesus Christ.
John, you are the man.
I am the man. Yes, yes. Let me get that back.
It's 3 moons for this planet. And 2 of them will not be useful. Ha ha! Get fucked, players.
Wow.
Go and spend a week on each of every sake of one of them. That's 14 days of resources I will deprive of you. Just get bent. Die in space. That's what I need you to do. I think they're gonna, like this one, I'm actually quite happy with how it's turned out. Like, I actually think they're gonna get lost going from the outer section into the inner section. They're not gonna see shit. They're actually gonna get lost. This is all randomly generated, by the way. And the thing is, like, once they get past the fog of war, oh, there's an asteroid belt. I missed that. Oh, they're gonna get screwed.
That's the better one.
No.
It's a much better shape. It's much
Just
cleaner.
upgrade yourself.
No, it's much cleaner. Works better. That just simply is just so much simpler.
My God, my eyes bleed just looking at it.
No, it's just so much simpler.
Jesus Christ.
Doesn't
There's
really
no
rest.
messing about with this one at all.
I might as well just use pen and paper. Like, Go away.
Yeah, do it. It's the best
Somebody else
way.
want like a fucking sitcom about these two living together, like the new Odd Couple? Jeez.
Jargon sucks.
Just us sitting down here and just discussing like the merits of virtual tabletops. It will just be John going, "Yeah, I don't like it." I was like, "It has all these possibilities. You can literally have dynamic lighting. You can move through corridors. They will see nothing until they click and then drop their token. You can surprise them by ambushes. They can walk around the corner.
It's fussy. I don't like it. It's too fussy.
There's too much work involved." It's like you can literally buy packs where they do all this work for you.
I don't
However-
want to spend money.
You're going to default back to just theater of the mind.
It works. Don't change it. Don't need to change it.
It is outdated. You can do better.
No,
there is more
it's
to
not.
be done.
Sax, don't change his mind.
My,
That's what I'm saying.
my theater of the mind has unlimited special effects budget.
Yes.
Every token I need for a character or a monster is available in Theater of the Mind.
Yep.
We've got AI these days. You can make any of those and just put it into another
need
system.
Every
System.
battle map I need is available in the Theater of the Mind.
You can make a battle map very quickly. You can buy several of them. Look at it right here. I've got some wonderful ones where it's just like click and drag. Here you go. Here's a 25 by 25. Here's a 50 by 50. There are some gorgeous ones where it's just different tile sets. I've built oh God, how big was that? I built 100 by 100 square map for a space station. Oh, that was delicious. Oh,
And then you say you don't roleplay enough when you play NPCs. I think we figured out why.
that's to do with characters. There. I just need to figure out how to make them different.
There is that. You get into like 3 or 4 different stereotypes. And
Yeah,
you
it's
pick
just
it.
I have a problem of making my NPCs reasonable.
Yeah.
You're not reasonable.
Sorry?
It's because you're not reasonable.
Yeah, that's my problem. I need to be rational, and it's difficult for me when I sit there and go, "Well, that makes sense. I'll agree to that."
Fair.
I mean, yeah, well, there's always going to be a bit of us in all our characters and NPCs. I mean, I would struggle to create an NPC who is really, really organized consistently and has tons of common sense. It's just, it's really not going to happen because I struggle with those things myself. But I'm quite good at doing slightly over reactive people who get confused and make mistakes.
Well,
more like me.
I've been given the compliment that I'm very good at separating out the knowledge and the behavior of enemies depending on where they are in the totem pole. So, for example, grunts will not act as though they are trained by an actual army. Like, they are just going to be stock standard, go here, oh no, we're being beaten, now we're just going to run. Whereas if it's actual trained people, they're going to start using tactics, blah, blah, blah. So I've been told I'm good at separating that out. But good at trying at least to have coherent, methods and trying to do something different. I'm not good at breaking out of the whole thing of when I roleplay people. It's like I try to make them sensible and try to make them, do things that make sense. Just I try to.
Manfred, I don't know who the fit bird with the bristles was. It was just an advert that on the Google page. I don't know quite why Google is showing me adverts of fit birds. It might be something to do with my search history. I don't know. But no,
Why you have fit?
What?
Are you saying fit birds?
Yeah. You never heard the phrase fit bird?
Well, that's in like sparrows.
Women who are in shape.
Oh, fuck's
No,
sake.
it doesn't mean that. It means it's a British slang for attractive lady.
Why do you call women birds?
Why do you say attractive is fit? Fit means in shape.
No, it's a different meaning of fit.
Hey, you know what? For the assholes who invented the fucking language, you sure don't know how to use it. I'm telling you that straight up.
I'm going to say the thing I say when I really want to wind my
Whoa,
wife
she's
up.
well fit. She is. Whoa, she's well fit. Susanna Hoff's well fit.
England may have invented the English language, but the Americans just perfected it.
No. The Canadians perfected it.
Either
The
way,
Americans mush-mouthed it.
I've heard Australians say that.
They
And they're all
can't
wrong.
even, okay, all right, Bear. In all due respect, they can't even pick a language. Half of them
What?
speak French.
Half of them. So you know, like every American out there, show me you know nothing about my country by talking about my country.
Okay, maybe a tenth
I'm
of them.
not saying.
Like, it's maybe 10% of the country. No, 15% of the country is unilingual French.
Mhm.
And they all tend to live in one fucking place, where I am.
I feel
Easily
bad.
ignored.
I mean, it's just a colloquial. Fit is just like a colloquialism. It's like when Daniel says, "Oh, she's hot." I actually think, well, why is she? Is she a bit sweaty? Is she? But what he means is,
It'd be
is she's
crazy to say, yeah, she's attractive.
She's attractive. Yeah, that's a
pretty
rather
girl.
the right way to do it. Yeah,
It's a good-looking lady. You know,
She's
like not a
she's
castle.
lovely.
Because you got to put that in before every time you guys objectify a woman, because that's like
Yeah.
British law or something. Like that's
Oh.
before objectifying a woman, be sure to go and then objectify her.
We've all watched.
follow protocols, please.
We've all watched Carry On films, and we all
What?
we all worship Sid James.
What is Carry On films?
You've never seen a Carry On film?
Carry on up the duff.
No, I have no idea. Listen,
They're
Okay,
racy British
let-
comedy films from the 60s.
Carry On
Okay.
Sergeant was the first one, I think.
Kind of like Benny Hill, only better.
Do they have
I
nudity
still-
though? I don't think they have nudity in the Carry On films, did they?
No,
It's implied.
Really.
It's
yeah.
Yeah, it's always
implied.
implied, so they're not better than Benny Hill.
Although you
Benny Hill
can't
was
get
free.
better than Benny Hill. Benny Hill.
Well, no,
was funny.
they show as much as Benny Hill did.
Benny
They show
Hill was
stocking
funny.
tops and bras and things like that.
I have no idea what we're still talking about.
Neither do I.
Carry On films.
Carry On
Okay,
Screaming. You have
let
to
me
watch
just
that.
put it in very plain terms. I am not fucking English. I do not know what this is. So talk to me like I am fucking 5 and explain to me what a Carry On film is.
It's
They're a
got some
comedy,
line.
really.
They're silly comedies. Silly comedies.
So slapstick.
No,
I mean,
no, not really.
Carry On at Your Convenience.
Yeah.
Was set in a company called W.C. Boggs and Son.
Okay.
It's a silly plays on words.
Who made
Uh,
toilet?
Childish.
Yeah.
It is 100% sophomore.
Absolutely. Carry On Up the Khyber is fantastic. Carry On Screaming,
That's
where
the greatest one, yeah.
where the mummy is called Rubber TT instead of Nefertiti.
It's all double entendres and,
So play
Infamy,
on words
infamy.
the entire way through.
Infamy,
Some of it.
they've all got it. Infamy. A
Infamy,
line
yeah.
delivered by in Carry On Caesar.
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's but yeah, by Kenneth Williams. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. But it was pretty much the same cast in a lot of the films, just playing
Oh
silly.
God, yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we just went off the deep end on that one.
Oh,
No,
Oh,
That
Jackie
time,
likes
right,
it. Oh, in the end,
Coming from me, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carry On Screaming is my sort of horror film.
it's very funny, isn't it? It's very
Yeah.
funny. Yes. It's very silly.
Yes.
They all are. They're all very silly. That's the thing. I mean, Carry On Camping is one of the most famous ones.
Now I'm gonna have to look them up.
No, don't do it to yourself.
Yeah.
It made one generation of England the stupidest people that speak English in the world. Why would you do this to yourself, Daniel?
I would say they're the most quintessentially English comedy films that have ever been done.
That doesn't mean they're the best.
Oh, some of them are abysmal, but but they're all we laugh at them and with them, and they're funny. Yeah, I think they're funny.
Okay.
So anyway, that's
Well, Nerd's back, bitches.
yes.
Talking about you.
Save
Yeah.
us.
I know she ain't fucking talking
Greetings,
to me.
nerds, nerd.
So now we know Saxius's job for the year is to watch a Carry On film.
No, it is absolutely not.
Oh, oh my god.
Carry On, don't lose your head.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
Carry on,
Well,
doctor, carry on, nurse. Oh god.
It's set at the time of the French Revolution with the Citizen B Day. On the
Yes.
characters. Yeah, they've all got silly names. Silly names.
Carry on, Cleo.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that the one with the infamy? They've all got infamy.
All right, shall we
It
go back
might
on to
be.
role-playing games?
It might.
That'd be nice, Saxius.
You,
Thanks.
you're trying to get us
Yeah.
back on track, Sax. I mean, you know.
I'm just trying to get us
Okay,
away from this because I know that John's going to be sitting there mumbling about it for eons, and none of it is going to be making any sense because
We found some
Carrying
films
on
I've seen
about
that
it
you-
is what you're saying.
Carry On Your Convenience is fantastic. But, Dan the Lavatory Man.
Right, should we just talk about sci-fi?
Stop.
instead?
Yes.
Stop.
Should we just talk about sci-fi? Because at this
You
stage,
stop too. You stop too. You're provoking. And you stop because you're being a bad host. And you're encouraging him, Andy, like that little shit in class to get me in trouble. Because he encourages me to make the jokes and I'm and then I'm the one that gets the shit. So that's what you are right now. Daniel, just be Daniel. And Slan.
Yeah.
You don't participate in our shenanigans. Now,
Oh.
Saxius,
What's
what
up?
would you like to talk about that may relate to John's interest fields?
Interest fields. All right.
Because there is Carry On Role Playing, which is a really great game that you should look into.
you get experience points for cheesy double entendres.
How have I allowed you to walk me into that?
I don't know, but it was fun taking you on that trip. Let me tell you, man.
Those films are just like a gaming session where everyone's just cracking dirty jokes the whole time.
Oh, fucking hell. Now I definitely don't want to even know about them.
Well, give us a topic, Zach. Just give us another topic. Come on.
Give us another topic. God damn.
Yeah, go on. We got 45 minutes to go yet.
Christ.
I mean, I can give you a topic, but you won't.
If
like
it's about Carry On, then please don't.
it. No. The topic is, why am I so damn handsome? That would be the topic.
I would say it's to do with the beard, your strong personality.
Holy
your
shit, you
confidence.
are autistic. It was a joke. It wasn't meant to be
I was
analyzed.
gonna say his mirror's dirty and he doesn't know what he's looking at.
Aw, thanks, Daniel.
I'm backing you up here.
I loved you in My Left Foot. You were really good in that.
Yeah.
See. Topic, Saxius. Come on. It's your job.
It's my job. You know what? I'm going to give you my 2 weeks' notice now.
And then he's not going to show up for work tomorrow.
Damn, I genuinely don't know because at the moment I'm zoning in on sci-fi, which I know is not really for you. But would the topic of Age of Sail be of any interest to you?
Age of Sail?
No, like
Well,
the greatest period in British history, the Age of Sail.
Yeah.
Age of Sail? I mean, when the British Empire conquered the world.
Yeah, the
So-
world.
So is that anything that you ever wanted to do? A sort of like Age of Sail setup?
I mean, a good old rollicking pirate high seas campaign. Have done.
You've
I
done
played
or played in?
I played it. It was a D&D game where we took over a pirate ship that my character owned.
Yeah, and you were the necromancer, if I remember correctly.
Yes. I wish I could find the pictures of when the DM built a model of the ship. It was magnificent. And its own little nameplate.
But have you ever
it was the Ars Moriendi. I named it.
And have you ever considered running a game like that yourself?
Yeah, I have considered it. Never done it.
What kind of preparations would you do for it?
I wouldn't build a big ass model like that DM did because too much effort.
Yeah.
I would practice my odour pirates of the high seas type voice, and I'd annoy the players with that, and they'd probably all storm out, and we'd end up playing something else.
But that's as far as you'd go in for it.
I mean, you know me with preparation.
Yeah.
I'm not one for prep. I don't know what system I'd use for starters. I don't think D&D did boats particularly well. So I'd have to have a little
is
look.
Fine though.
No, 5th edition's a pile of shit. I don't like it anymore.
Yeah,
Anymore?
I didn't mind it to start with, and then I tried fixing it, and it still fell apart at the levels where it fell apart before. It just becomes a game I don't want to play too quickly, and it's hard to keep it reined in all the time. So
that's my challenge for role playing next year is working out what I'm going to do for season 13 of my 5e campaign. Now that they're 13th, 12th, 13th level and some 9th, 10th level characters.
This is 5th edition?
Yeah.
How much work are you willing to do?
Well, I've got to think up something. I mean, I'm tempted to take them back to where they sort of started, which is Temple of Elemental Evil, and sort of feed that to them or them to that. But I don't know at the moment.
I mean, otherwise, Red Hand of Doom can bring you. It's from level 6 to like 13, 14. You can take them through that. I mean, they're going to be overpowered at the beginning, which is great. Get them to be self-confident, and then you can really snap them.
Well, that's the trouble. They tend to be self-confident, particularly that, fun enough, the lower level characters are far too self-confident.
Yeah. Build them up so you can rip them down.
Exactly. And bring out some of those additional rules, like Black Dragons. You know, when they breathe, their acid on you, just do some damage to their equipment, and just watch the players suddenly go.
Everything melts. Yes, yeah.
My mighty shield is now a piece of like pitted metal.
Yeah.
That's
so that like
exactly.
You do that. Got a whole bunch of other things that you can do.
Oh, sorry, hang on. For the British, slag in the rest of the English language means a melted pile of metal or mineral. I know for you guys, slag means something completely different.
True.
It means both. It means both here.
Slaggy. She's a real slaggy, isn't she? Hey? Oh. There we go.
But yes, it is sort of leftover material from industrial processes, as well as being a woman who is leftover material from other industrial processes.
Oh, like my first wife? Thank you.
Yeah, she walks around with a mattress strapped to her back in case she meets someone she knows. That one, you know.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Here, folks, every time we do this show, we strike a blow for women's rights. I mean, sorry, strike a blow against women's rights. My apologies. Horrible. Calling a girl a mattress back. What's wrong with you? It's not nice.
It's an old.
Hey, just because she had gravel in her knees doesn't mean she was a bad woman.
Yeah, exactly, Squirrel. In both, slag is useless. Well, you know, any port in a storm, they like to say.
Every hole. No. As you all know, one of my favorite D&D adventures, half of it takes place on a boat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't remember us going on a boat on For Historical.
And I love that the boat portion of that adventure is magnificent. The descriptions, the way the way it's authentically crude, CREWED, and UDE as well. It is quite crude. There's some humor in there. The map is fantastic. Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh.
Yeah, actually,
Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh.
one of John's favorite modules takes place entirely on a ship. So
Yeah, we should.
that would be S3 Expedition to the Barrier Reef.
I actually would love to run that whole series. Maybe not run it, but play it.
What, Saltmarsh or
Yeah,
Barrier Pigs?
I think it's incredible. But yeah,
It's a great series. Yeah, it's really good. It's really, really good. And of course, that could easily lead to a nautical campaign because there's every chance the party
Yep.
could have control of that boat at the end of the first part. So it's great little module. Great little module.
Would you then also take stock of how much food and rations that they have, just in terms of days, so that you can
that's
I think
ideally?
you have to in that sort of campaign.
Yes, good,
Yeah.
good.
That's-
Be organized.
That's the problem with the nautical campaign is you have to keep track of that crap. It's not like, oh, we're one day from town. We can go day out, day in, and have a spare day. If you take over a boat, you got to start planning.
You can't just cast good berries.
Correct. Yep.
And yeah, you can also have some fun sea encounters, like the one I saw way back from when I was on Twitter. Was a gentleman who basically said like, oh, he just had this like raft that was appearing out in the middle of the sea, and the players were like, oh, we've got to go and see if there's any survivors. Well, there was a survivor on board. It was a narca who had turned itself invisible. So when the players came over, they just went, oh, I'm going to slink into the water, swim over, get onto their ship, kill a couple of people, eat them, and then off it goes onto the next rowing boat and away. As it's now nice and stuffed, and the players knew nothing.
Yeah.
That's why Seraphis. That's why I don't like artificers.
Artificers suck.
Artificers are awesome, but in the right setting.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Nope,
Eberron.
can't think of one unless you say Eberron, and that's not a setting. That's a fucking
Well,
crime against humanity.
I will argue that there's a certain kind of superhero that are kind of like artificers in terms of that what makes them super is their technology.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking
that's
like Iron Man and stuff.
superheroes. That's
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh,
That's the right kind of campaign, though, for that.
since you brought that up, on YouTube, there's this page called the AI Guy. He's an artificial intelligence guy. And I've been laughing my ass off. I swear to God, people at work think I'm walking around the plant crying. But the DM is Joe Rogan,
Oh yeah.
and it starts out with Donald Trump, Samuel L. Jackson, Conor McGregor, and
He takes famous people and makes them
Yeah.
do a role-playing game.
oh,
Yeah.
it's hilarious. But the funny thing is, as much as it's funny and for entertainment, it actually has some really good points in it too. And I love it. As soon as I get off, as we're done here, what sucks is when you play it on your phone, there's an ad like every 2 minutes. When you
Get
play
brave.
it, when you play it on your computer, there's hardly no ads at all.
So, are you using the YouTube app on your phone?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. You can download a web browser called Brave. You could just open up YouTube from there, do your usual login. But that app on your iPhone or on your phone
All right.
has a pre-installed anti-ads setup, so that you just watch the video and you get no interruptions from any advertisement.
Said that was Brave.
Yeah, Brave, as in the courage.
Yeah.
BRAVE.
But yeah, you guys all ought to look it up. It is freaking hilarious, and that's all I can say. It's funny as hell.
Straw Piglet has suggested instead of a ring of sustenance, get Jesus instead. That's the party
Jesus.
cleric. The party cleric, if they can create food and water, there's really a certain level to do that.
Yeah, I
Hello,
bet
Peter.
you're on your little ship adventure. Great food and
Look at-
water daily.
That's small.
Yeah. Yeah, if the cleric wants to do that, you use his spells to do that. That's fair enough.
Yeah, and another reason why clerics suck.
Hey now, Angus is pretty badass.
Clerics suck. They are game-breaking fucking.
Okay,
Fucks.
we'll give you that. Angus, that's why he kicks ass. He's, yeah.
I like playing. I quite like playing clerics, but I don't.
Of course you do, because you're a fucking cheeseball.
I don't tend. I try not to play them in the very traditional "I'm a healer" type mold.
No,
Any clerics I've played in any recent games, I have not picked any healing spells at all, and gone for protection spells and other spells because I want to break out of that sort of expectation.
Well, that's like Angus. He keeps one cure light wounds, and that's it.
Yeah.
Everything else is healing, protection, or protection, or buff spells, stuff like that. He keeps one cure light wounds, and that's it. Light goes for offensive purposes. I don't think he's ever used it to actually light a room.
Cleric, heal me. Absolutely, I would be happy to heal you.
Nah,
Do you
they said
accept
after-
Shathrax as your Lord and Savior? What? No, just heal me. I'm
Now you're
afraid
dead.
Shathrax's magic is only for those who truly believe in Shathrax.
Yep.
Level drain cleric, yes. Starving cleric, lost your arm cleric, dead cleric. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, clerics are OP game-breaking fucks.
Are you saying Bear has been summoned from an outer plane here? Are you some entity from outer plane here?
I'm sorry, what?
Protection from evil. It prevents certain extra planar entities from touching you.
Yeah, I'm from the plane of play good games.
Yes.
Well, I do agree. Good Games does make some very nice products. Or Goodman Games.
Goodman Games, yes. Goodman
Yeah.
Games. Yes. All right. So, what can we poke fun at? What can we slander? What can we cause trouble about for the last half hour?
Or to be more specific, what can we say that won't get this place demonetized
Oh, it's too late.
or banned?
That's fine.
Yeah,
From the
not too
first
late.
second and a half of today's stream, I told him to go fuck himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Within a second and a
okay,
half of the
well.
stream starting, he used the F word.
Because he decided he was going to pimp me out.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I deserved it, but I don't monetize my streams anymore. I don't want any of the hassle of having to police what people say too much. Within reason, of course. I mean, if somebody starts talking about how to make a bomb, it'll be like click gone. That sort of thing. But
You have to blend it very well so the grain gets out of the bomb, so when you put it on the wound, it will not cause friction.
Mm-hmm.
No?
is that a beans?
That's a beans. That's
cool.
fucking beans.
Hello, beans.
We've been waiting all
Very
evening.
thirsty in my arms by choice on top of it all. What do you want? What
You guys
is it?
got to
I
see
figure out.
Kirk earlier, and then I don't know if you heard him a couple of moments ago. He got his bath.
No, we did not hear any.
That's good. It was pretty ugly.
We saw him. Cats don't like water, though, do they? No,
Oh,
not generally.
Yeah,
Some don't.
depends.
It all depends on the
Maine
animal, but he does not.
Yeah, Maine Coon don't dislike water at all. They love water.
Oh.
I think Bengals too. I think Bengal cats like water.
Oh, they
Like tigers.
Yeah,
Tigers. For example.
No, there's a breed of domestic cat called a Bengal. It's not a Bengali tiger, you fucking ponce. Jesus, Sax. You know what? I take it back. I'm not going to get mad at you anymore because it's just so easy. He just fucking pushes the button. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He does it on purpose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he really does.
Mhm.
Fucking
I say
awesome.
tigers like water. I was actually
Yeah,
saying,
they
I'd
do.
be disruptive.
They'll
Tigers like
actually
water.
go swim. Yeah, they do.
You knew I was talking about a breed of domestic cat, you fucking ass. You
I'm
knew.
not a cat person. I will say that I am not. I don't mind. I don't mind cats, but I wouldn't have one as a pet. I'm more of a dog person.
Yes, Beans, you can eat his face anytime you want.
Why do I? Christ.
Okay, anything but D&D. Go.
Anything but D&D.
Talk about anything but D&D. Role-playing related.
Who is
Go.
going to do Star Frontiers or Gamma World?
Slan.
Slam.
Yeah.
Let me know when you want to start that. I'd be interested. I can dig out some of them. I don't have much of it, but
Yeah.
I can get my Buck Rogers on.
I don't know anything about Star Frontiers or Gamma World, apart from the fact that there were
Star
TSR
Frontiers
games.
Star Frontiers is very schizophrenic in that it wants to have the woo-woo Star Wars alien stuff, but it wants its space flight to be super realistic, gravity-driven. You know, the ships are built up and stuff like
We
that.
heard that.
How do you feel about old school essentials? Bear doesn't mind old school essentials.
Don't feed Pedar.
Why?
Don't feed him. See,
Why-
he doesn't
why
hang
not?
around here enough for you to understand. You'll see. Once he hangs out a little bit more, you'll be like, oh yeah, don't feed that. That's a Pedar.
Look, there's old school essentials on my there. There we are.
And there's old school essentials on my shelf, and I'm still waiting for the 2 box sets to arrive now that the postal strike's over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's actually over now.
Yeah, they made him go back
Yeah.
to work.
I forgot to tell Iman while he was here. Iman has got me a Christmas present, and it has arrived. And my wife opened it. Didn't
What
know
was
what it
it?
was. I had no idea. She's put it back in the envelope and taped it back up again.
Yeah, I know what it is. I
And
know
she
what
had
it
that
is.
look on her face.
Oh no, yes, yeah.
I have absolutely no idea.
There will be questions that may be asked later.
Oh, okay. So he sent me a load of Rizzler papers and some weed. Is that what-
I will let you deal with
Fucking
it, not me.
Christmas.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know what it is. So I'll wait for Christmas Day for that. And we are. It has been officially announced in our household that we will be playing board games on Christmas Day. I'm quite happy with that. No family over, just our little group of 4 here playing board games.
That's actually
nice.
really cool.
Should be nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got notified yesterday. No, don't get me wrong. I love my stepson. He's an awesome kid. He did really good with his college
Pistol.
education. But I got notified yesterday that we're all going down to his house for Christmas, which we're doing on Sunday. It's a 4-hour drive. We're doing it in one day. Like I told the wife, I said, I thought you were going, not the whole family. Here, I thought I was going to have a day home alone, house empty to watch football by myself. We're going to spend 8 hours in the car to spend 3 hours down there. Doesn't make sense.
No, doesn't make any sense at all. And there's Wayne. Hello, Wayne. How are you doing? Up to his ears in alligators.
I mean, I'll go. I'll get a good nap in, and I might be able to chat with people on the way. But
Yeah, I'm 4 hours in a car with family to spend 3 hours at a place with family, and 4 hours in the car back with family. Yeah, that's fairly brutal. Fairly brutal. But no, we're gonna be playing board games, and I bet they're gonna want to play Mexican Train, and that's what the kids like playing. It's dominoes. It's a good game actually. It's a dominoes game. I just wish we played something different sometimes. because we have got loads of games that we've not played. But hey ho, as long as I'm playing something. No doubt my son will want to have a drink because it's my son will turn 18 as well this Christmas.
Oh yeah, cool. That's one thing. My wife will be driving, so you know.
Is it 21 in your state, Daniel, to drink?
Correct. Yes.
Ha! That's what I say. Yeah, but obviously it's 18 here. But was it in Canada? Is it 18 or 21 in Canada?
It's 18 in Quebec. I think it's still 19 in Ontario.
19.
Not, yeah. It depends on where you are. It's the provinces decide.
Yeah. The funny thing is, when we moved from Johnstown, which is the southern part of the state, up to Warren, which was 20 miles from New York. New York at the time was still 18, whereas Pennsylvania was 21.
Mm-hmm.
My brother was a month away. He turned 18 in February. That January, New York changed the drinking age to 21. So a month, literally 5 weeks before his birthday, he was all jacked up. He's like, yeah, I can just go up, because that's what all the kids did. They went up, there was a bar 5 miles across the state line. They'd go up there, get all liquored up legally, and then go home.
Mhm.
He was all happy and everything, and then he found out they were changing the drinking age to 21.
Wah, wah, wah.
It was funny.
Little question here from Paint Minis Live. Why does it feel like gaming magazines fail often? Are there any that have been around for decades or more? Well, to be honest, I think
Interweb.
I think magazines are a dying art. Full stop now.
Have you actually
Because
seen?
it-
Have you actually seen what the D&D magazines have been trying to come out with as of late?
No.
No.
Okay, so for around an entire year, one of my colleagues from my last job was keeping an eye on the D&D magazines and what they were coming out with, and effectively they were trying to revamp up, 5th edition. Here's how you begin playing it. Here's how you begin. Anywhere from giving you maps, dice, and so on. However, they just ran out of ideas, and they just stopped. Like we got not even like 10 issues in, and it now became a mockery of like, oh, the latest D&D magazine is out. I guess what additional thing they're gonna give you? It's dice again that we've had for the last 10
Forgotten
months.
they'd done that. Yeah, I don't know who the actual publisher was. Obviously, it was sanctioned, but I mean, because they
10 months
stopped
of
doing
dice.
Dragon
Yeah,
a
like
few years ago, even the online version.
Dragon and White Dwarf hit their heyday in the 80s.
Yeah,
Dragon
White Dwarf
maybe
before it
into the
became
early
the organ
90s,
of Citadel
yeah.
of Games Workshop, and just a Games Workshop crap.
Yeah.
Putting out monthly material that is fresh it is difficult.
Oh, it is.
Difficult.
Yeah.
Keep it
Very-
it's difficult.
It's the same with like when you do podcasts or streams. You at some point you're gonna hit a point where it's like, okay, we don't know what to do. We're now just gonna take anything that comes out of our head until we get a new thing that we're gonna talk about. Then we'll carry on for that for a while. Which I get it. It's difficult to be creative
Look
about
at
it.
the stream.
This stream is
Right.
a perfect example. Yes, it's
This
absolute
specific-
absolute shite.
This particular stream on top of it
Yes.
all.
Yes, this particular stream.
It's a very specific one.
Yes. But no, I think Dragon succeeded because it didn't just do D&D; it did a variety of games.
Well, that's what
Dragon-
White Wolf used to do.
White
Or White
Dwarf, yeah.
Dwarf.
White
There
Dwarf.
was a magazine called White Wolf too.
There's a publishing company called White Wolf.
No, but there was
Yes.
a magazine called White Wolf as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, was there? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know that.
It had some great articles. And then there was Challenge Magazine. Yeah, White Wolf Magazine. Published from 1986 to 1995.
That was a
That's
bitch to
You
find
should
over
try.
here in
What the
Pennsylvania.
Fuck is this?
There was one store I could go to in Montreal that always had it, and it always had Challenge Magazine every month.
If If
Yeah,
I could
challenge was good.
find that, I always bought it because I knew it might be like 4 months before I saw another one.
That's how I treat pussy.
You had Imagine magazine, Dragon magazine, Dungeon magazine.
Imagine was only in the UK.
It was,
Dungeon,
yeah.
Yeah, it was a
Dungeon
UK
was
published
pretty
version.
good. I thought overall Dungeon was all right, but they did a.
I am gonna be the weirdo here because none of these magazines ever made it to Denmark.
Oh, that's
You're also at the age of a zygote, so you know.
Yeah.
yeah.
I only really saw White Dwarf here. Obviously, I've been reading.
Well, yeah,
through the
'cause-
Dragon
well,
magazine.
that was an English magazine, so yeah, that
Yeah.
would make sense why you saw that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's some other
But yeah.
magazines that came out. Like I've learned about other RPG magazines over the years.
Yeah.
I can't remember any off the top of my head. And I'm like, ooh. My favorite one though was the one FASA used to put out for their games called Stardate. I used to love that magazine
Mhm.
because it always had more FASA Star Trek stuff in it, which was great. Which is sci-fi, John. So those high
Oh.
your field.
You just gave him a freaking palsy. You know that.
Maybe it was intentional.
Yeah, there was
Where's it-
some people in Montreal who started a games magazine, but they didn't know how to.
No way. What the heck?
Sorry, that was my daughter.
Hello, Kelsey. Hello,
I
Kelsey.
just like there's some people in Montreal who started the game, but the problem was that no way.
Guys,
Montreal, real.
hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, that was fun.
Doesn't look like the bot's
I'm also
working
here.
properly. Oh,
And
there
then
we go.
there's my mini me.
How's it going?
Hello.
He actually did play one session about a year and a half ago.
Not a year and a half.
And then he
John, congratulations.
Well,
You
I
officially
stopped
hit
first.
your worst stream ever.
Yeah, absolutely. It's brilliant. Yeah, it's been fantastic. Carl Daniels from Emporium in PA.
in Portland, Pennsylvania.
BFE. Yeah, I know.
Carl's from Nippa, wherever the hell that is.
It's BFE.
Be glad.
Nepa, northeast Pennsylvania, I'm guessing.
North Central.
But,
No, but
Carl
he's from
says
Nepa.
northeast.
Who?
Carl De Lorenzo is from NEPA, Nippa.
Hazelton.
Northeast Hazelton, Northeast Pennsylvania.
Hazelton. You're actually an
He said Northeast.
hour and a half
Okay.
northeast of me.
You could be neighbours. Isn't it a small world?
Actually, I used to have to travel to Dollar General in Hazelton to work on that store. So yeah, I know exactly where it is.
So there we go. We have a budding relationship as well.
Well, I'm trying to think who it is who was born in Warren. Who is that?
Manfred.
Manfred.
Yeah.
Manfred's from Pennsylvania. He's disappeared. He's exited. He's gone now, I think. Going back to Seraphis saying Aussies like dwarves are given the booze from infancy. I mean, having been to Australia, I can see that. Yes. Where in Australia is Seraphis from?
Adelaide.
Yeah.
That's down south, isn't it? Down near the bottom, I believe.
I think Australia just officially as a total area is referred to as the bottom.
Well, yes.
The bottom.
In many ways. Seraphis has popped off to do a stream. Okay, so he's doing his own.
Oh, that's
little
right. They're
stream.
talking about their favorite game ever, Eberron.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, him and Brian do this show about Eberron.
Oh. Shall we spend the next 10 minutes completely dissing Eberron?
No,
Good
it doesn't.
squirrel, what do you say?
Eberron is literally the definition of a cell phone. You know what I mean? Like, it's so bad you don't need to make fun of it.
Stan, what was your impression of Eberron?
I have never played it.
Never played it.
Never read it?
Never played it.
Nope.
Well, the good news is it reads worse than it plays.
It's got it has got sort of modern elements in there. It's got sort of sciencey elements in it,
Nothing is doable.
which don't sit with me in a fantasy world. So I'm not a fan. But I can see why Seraphis would like it because he likes the sci-fi.
I'm just bored.
So it's got those sort of bits and pieces in there. So Greyhawk was the only D&D campaign. Well, that was Blackmoor. Blackmoor came before Greyhawk, but then they got sort of pushed together, didn't they?
Yarp.
And then
Hey, Sax, did you see the second character that dropped today? On
Oh,
Patreon?
Nightmare, yes. Haven't read through his thing at the moment. But yeah, I did briefly see it. I didn't scan through the powers. But yeah. I do like the
If you
picture
don't-
though. That is nice.
What's this way out past Waikiki Mukau?
What are you?
Dirty History and Hobbies
Way
comment.
out past Waikikamuko.
I have no idea.
Mm,
No idea what you're on about.
That sounds like an Elvis movie. Mama Lika Hiki means
We gotta
saw-
win this race.
There, I saw the law drop. I thought she should be called voluptuous. Actually, I mean,
Bear, you did a really good job on that one.
I'm sorry, what?
On that Elvis impersonation. I thought that was pretty good.
Oh, thank you. Valore, yeah, Valore is fun. I like Valore. Valore. Valore.
Yeah,
She's from Costa Benito.
yeah.
For those who are watching who don't know, Bear has a is it a Patreon or
Has
something?
a
Patreon.
giant brain tumor that makes him act like this.
But he has a Patreon, and if you sign up to his Patreon, he sends you superheroes in the mail on a daily basis.
No, I don't send you
Oh,
superheroes in the mail.
No.
Jesus.
Wait, I can get a real Batman?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Send me $100 and you will eventually get a real Batman.
Cool.
No, he
water.
he emails
Instant
you
Batman.
stuff. He emails you stuff.
Okay, how
I
about
don't email you shit. You get notifications when the posts go up on Patreon. Do you know how the internet works, sir?
Yeah,
He
I
knows,
don't
like,
want
they-
Batman. I just want Batman stuff.
You just want his money. My God, this is hurting. Just listening to John going like he emails you these things. It's just like no, stop saying the wrong words, giving the wrong impressions.
I get daily emails saying Bear
You
has
get
sent you.
daily notifications from Bear at 11 a.m. and at 5 p.m. Monday to Friday about the heroic and any of the
by
events.
email.
And
By
I don't
email.
send them. It's an automatic process when the posts go up
Christ.
on the Patreon, you fucking neo-Luddite.
But we still get sent emails. That's what I'm on
Oh,
about.
eat
So
my dick. Just eat the whole thing. man.
I get-
Start at
I
the
get-
knob and go
I
right
get-
to the fucking base.
Bear's losing it.
I
John,
get my
Shut-
daily mail drop from Bear when I check my email. That's the way I see it.
yes, and your perception of reality is wrong.
Yeah.
Have you been playing with the vape mix a little too much at work?
I
lately
think
there,
he
John?
really has. And
Probably.
I'm now reading up on Nightmare, and he is a nightmare. Good.
Yeah,
grief.
tomorrow Grey Malkin drops. You'll like her a lot.
Sorry, who's dropping tomorrow?
Grey Malkin, his partner.
Oh fucking hell!
Could be interesting.
No, just if you're reading what he's just put out here, like that, like I need to throw that against my real life group.
Nothing makes me happier than when Sax reads my stuff and then I get a message from going, "Holy fuck, this fill-in character name! I can't wait to fuck with my players with him." It's like, yeah, yay.
Listen, I've told you what happened. Like just Dr. Malevolon. How all my players are just going like they have no idea.
Malevolor. Come on, you don't
Malevolor.
say it right.
Thank you. Yeah, no, like just the reactions I'm getting just from the picture alone. They've just gone like, we don't
Should
know
I show?
anything about.
Should I show them a picture of Dr. Malevolor? Let's do
Yes,
that.
please.
I'm just going
Hang on.
my
John,
old
mind your P's
Grey
and Q's
Hawk.
for a second.
No, just Greyhawk folio. Because they talk about
John, look
Greyhawk
at us
and
having an
Greyhawk.
actual
that looks
conversation,
really
having
cool,
fun,
dude.
and
I
you're like,
like
look,
that.
D&D, look at the D&D.
D&D is my Greyhawk. My Greyhawk.
I don't see the appeal of Greyhawk.
You don't see the appeal of Greyhawk? Well, that's
No.
silly. I can't. How come I can't find him? What the fuck?
All right,
Let me go.
Saxius, honest
What's up?
question. Do you prefer Greyhawk over Mystara or Forgotten Realms?
So I'm so surprised. I haven't run any of these worlds. I didn't grow up on any of these ones, so I know nothing about Mystara.
Okay.
I just hear about it. I don't know about I know about Greyhawk, but I don't like the setup. And Forgotten Realms, while it is interesting, I usually default over to other settings like Birthright. I quite like that.
Okay.
I Ravenloft naturally.
Oh, I
And
love Ravenloft.
oh god, yeah, nothing
That
like
and Planescape. I love Planescape too.
yeah. So take me a while to warm up to Planescape, but I'm seeing the appeal of it now. Same with what is the other one?
I sort of run in the settings, but I don't really care about them. I just do more generic.
Yes, here he is.
Oh wow!
So
Here.
this is Dr. Malevolo. Dr. Malevolo is a Batman from Central America, South America. He's from America. He is powered by nuclear energy and has a big brain.
Yep, that is the first gentleman my players are going to go up against, and it's very simple. They have to win, or all of their characters are going to be written off. It is a do or die kind of thing, and that's how we're going to be running the next 10 sessions. Is that you either win, or all your characters are just wiped, and they're going to have a finite pool of characters to pick from.
Thank you, Grim.
Bye, Grimsy.
Take care, Grim.
Hello, Janet.
Did I not say that last night? And I said it as a compliment. When you play with Saxius, you know you're either going to live or die.
Here, John. Just
I
to tease
forget how I
Saxius.
worded it because it was
Yeah.
24 hours ago or whatever. That
There you go, Sax. That's Grimalkin.
if she's single,
Sorry, Grimalkin. My apologies. Grimalkin, which is a term for a cat.
Oh god, yeah, I'm gonna murder some characters with that. That is, yes.
Oh yeah.
Hello, Janet from another planet.
So yeah, that is. How do we? Oh yeah, we were talking about heroic. Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, as I said, Nightmare. Yeah, that's nice.
I might have to slow down posts in the new year at this point because, like, I'm doing so many posts and I'm not generating new patrons, and the people that were given free memberships aren't signing up for after their 3 month one, 3 month. It's like I don't know what to do anymore, man.
Making money out of RPGs is not an easy job.
No, it's not.
No, it is a passion project. To be honest, it's
Absolutely.
it's
But I mean,
rarely
I charge $5 a month,
oh no,
and you get on average in that month 40 fucking characters. You know,
I mean, I've said this spiel before about how many hundreds of characters you're gonna get.
nobody cares.
It's an absolute steal in my eyes. But yeah, if you feel that it's better to slow it down to stretch out what you've currently got, absolutely go for it. Still
I don't
fine.
know, man. It's either that or just set the base level at 10 and say that's it. $10 is the base level now.
Mhm.
Then everybody who's at 5 stays at 5. But anybody new joining, it's 10 because I just it's exhausting.
I bet churning it out every day is hard work.
Well, I
no,
preload, right?
Mm.
Like I sit down and I do like on a Sunday or something. I'll just preload like 10 posts.
Yep.
So they're all automatically set to go, and it's autopilot after that.
and
That's
I
that's
on, and I meant it when I said I don't know how you guys do this because I have a job. Like tonight, I got the kids, the wife, trying to take care of the animals. I cooked dinner while we were doing this. You guys don't, and how you guys do what you do is beyond me. If you're trying to do a normal life along with all the other bullshit that it takes to do your sites in what you do, it just, yeah.
If I may, because I don't contribute to this as much as these two fine gentlemen. I don't have kids just yet, but I know that when I do, it'll probably change. At the moment, it's just me and my wife.
I have no
That's
kids.
like
I
whenever I
intention to have
click out of
kids.
the camera and shit, and when I fade out, I'm dealing with family crap. And that's why I appreciate everything everybody does. I really do.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
my kids are very low maintenance now. They're 20 and 18, or nearly 18.
See, I got an
He's
18 and a
18 in a week and a
13,
half.
and my daughter loves me. That's why she came in and made an entrance. And don't get me wrong, she takes precedence over everything, except maybe my firearms. But so it's tough to, and it's amazing. Like I'm trying to figure out time to make up a one shot for once a week in case we need one. And you guys are putting out campaigns and galaxies and all this, making your own freaking gaming systems for God's sakes.
Yeah. Janet, I can't do what you suggested because I already made the Patreon. You can only do pay per post on Patreon when you're setting it up. If you set up tiers of level on Patreon, you can never go back and change it to, okay, now it's $1 per post that goes up, and you can set your limit of I'm only going to pay for 5 posts or 10 posts or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I would never do that. I can't do that anyway.
I mean, to be honest, I am a bit slack at doing things that I should be doing, being productive. So that's something I do want to rectify in 2025. I want to actually put some of my ideas to paper and get. I mean, that Call of Cthulhu scenario I wrote, I've now play tested it 3 times. I still haven't written it all out properly. And I've had good feedback from it. So I've got to because people want it. People have told me they want it. So anyway, I'm going to have to bring this stream to a close because I have got work in the morning.
Yeah.
Only bear.
That works.
I mean, only vapes will be my stream.
Yeah, the only way that an Only Bear would work is if it was like, you will get nudes unless you give me money.
Yeah.
Then I'd
All
be
right,
swimming.
guys, have a good night. Thank you all.
Good night, Daniel.
Yeah.
Good night, John.
Thank you,
Good night,
Daniel. Yeah.
Good night, Andy. Good night.
Cheers all.
See you
Have a
all
good-
soon.
Good night, Slan. I know you had to disappear. I hope you all have a good Christmas if I don't see you, speak to you before. And I will be streaming on Friday night. We'll be reading Twas the Krampus Night Before Christmas. See if that's any good. If it's good, we might do it again on Saturday. We shall see. Right. So thank you, chat. Thank you, chaps. Thank you, chat. Thank you for all the generosity. It's been wonderful. And I'll see you in a few days.
Take care.
Good night. Good night.
Cheers all.